Right, I'm going to assume that it started and say, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Guess who's fucking back? Crawling on his hands and fucking knees. It's Hookpig himself. Hookpig? I can't even say it right. Hookpig himself.
Nice insult.
Ed Indro. It's not an insult, it's beautiful.
Here.
I'm glad. I'm glad you crawl back to me.
No
one else does.
I missed you too much.
I know. You just wanted to hear my voice. Just wanted to hear your voice. He's literally, right now, you can't see it, I can't see it, but we all know he's pressing his bare chest against his monitor. Love me! Yeah, what have you been up to, man? You been doing anything or doing absolutely nothing?
I've been doing stuff, but it's all boring.
Incredibly boring.
I've been doing work stuff. I've been doing relationship stuff. I've been playing God of War. That's my relationship stuff right there.
Well, that is the most important reason not to talk to me.
Yeah. So after our massive falling out, I've decided to forgive you for your wrongdoing. We don't have to go out with anybody. He was a fucking asshole, and I was like, dude, I quit. I quit everything.
You can't pay me enough to stay here. I don't pay you
but
anything.
Then
Shit.
It was very cringy, so I decided to humor him and just show up.
I did send you a video, and it was all. I mean, the crying didn't bother you. The snot coming down my face, and the blooded Ed Indro carved into my forehead. But the fact that it was in portrait camera mode, and you were like, "Oh shit, that's pathetic."
That's desperation right there.
So yeah, but I mean, talking of falling out,
huh?
You and cognitive thought. I've been keeping an eye on that, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, you two women.
Yeah, to it for exactly that reason. It was the point that he did like a PowerPoint presentation, casual shit talk I did on another, where I'm like, yeah, this is too much for me. I'm wrong. I'm just wrong. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm wrong. And
I mean, you probably are wrong. You're usually wrong.
I'm wrong about some things and right about other things. But in the great things, when you realize how clinical he's going to be about everything, and then you realize also there was two things. So I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Do you know what you're going to be super happy about right now?
Like some guy saying, some bullshit to me. I don't want to go do an entire fucking stream about it. And but within the context that they were correct about a few things. If I say I don't, why am I doing it? And if I don't care, then why am I engaging? So for me, it's like, yeah, you're right.
I've got some news for you. It's something that's going to make you really happy right now.
What's that?
You're roboting like fuck.
Oh fuck! Really?
God damn it!
Was I not robot? I don't know what to do. You
did it like once, and I was like, and it didn't happen again. But like during most of that spiel.
Well, the bottom line is that I was engaged in some petty shit, so I'm not doing it anymore. Did you hear that, or did fucking robot?
It robot when you said what you did.
Forget it.
I know.
Anyway,
people shit. I don't understand why he was in any way, shape, or form bothered by you, because you being a dick is what you do.
Yeah.
And anybody who knows anything about you should know that and should be like, fucking Ed.
Well, I think I did take it to a level that I'm not comfortable with.
To be fair, I'm not. I don't keep a track of you. I know, shocking, but I don't keep an entire track of you constantly.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean,
the worse you get, the more I'm like, fucking Ed. I mean, you sat there fucking advocating an ethno-state to me.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's pretty far, and you were like po-faced as fuck about it, and I'm like, oh, I hate you. Because I know. Oh, Object of Hate says, hey, yo, Ed is back. Any Kristen too, or she passed out?
She's at work.
Work?
Yeah.
On a Sunday?
For another 3 hours, so yeah, she's not going to be showing up.
Oh, damn it. She might turn up in the chat. That's what she does.
She might turn up in the chat. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, the whole thing is, I don't want to engage in this kind of shit anymore because it becomes all encompassing and it's petty and meaningless. So I think it's pretty safe to say that COG won that exchange, and I'm bowing out. I'm not going to go through a PowerPoint and try to point out all the things he's wrong. I'm just going to stop. So that's it. That's it. Just don't bait me into talking about it anymore.
Apparently, the live stream is actually a bit weird at the moment. People are saying that it's not quite right.
It looks fine to me.
I'm gonna go. There should be like a moon. A moon?
Yeah.
The Earth. I get confused easily. There should be the Earth spinning in the Earth. Oh. I get confused. Pause, you bastard!
Dude, it looks fine to me. I don't see a problem.
Yeah, it looks fine to me as well.
I think somebody just needs to
Choco
refresh.
Cookie being a piece of useless human trash. I mean,
yeah,
lovely. That's what I meant. I did.
Anyway.
I turned up to her. She did a stream the other day.
Who did?
I tried to bring a hate mob, and I got an entire 4 people to come, and they weren't even that mean. I was very disappointed in my ability to command the minds of others. I almost feel as if it's bullshit when people tell you that you control other people when you have a fucking YouTube channel. It's almost like it's not true.
Is my audio still bad, guys?
Gays.
'Cause if it is, I'm quitting.
That sounded
Again.
fine. That sounded fine.
Yeah,
That's all I can tell you. You're probably robot when you're doing something important, and then when you're just saying that Hitler did nothing wrong, it will be as clean as it could possibly be.
Petrea Jane says, you said you were not at work. I've been working like a lot. But I do, I'm in tech.
You've been putting a zillion hours in. I know you've been working out from home for a couple of days.
I work from home like once every other week, though.
What does that even entail? Does it mean that you just don't do anything? Because that's what I do.
No, I do a lot of work, but there's a little more freedom, obviously.
Well, you don't have to put clothes on. Yeah. Unless you have to.
If it's busy, I work. If not busy, I play video games.
That sounds fair to me.
So far, unfortunately, it's been busy every time, so I've just been straight up working through it.
That's the worst. I've got some friends who they work for like ambulances and shit, like what ambulance services, and
yeah. And Petrea says she what did she say? She does first aid, which I can imagine is terrible.
Yeah, but they
for me
sometimes they have days where they like don't have to go in. They're like on call, and then if it gets busy, then they have to go in and then work for however long until it's not busy anymore. And they hate it because you might as well just be at work, and you get paid to be on call, but you can't really do anything. And unless you are one of these people that just does nothing all day and then just sit and stare at a wall, it can become quite annoying. You start getting into something and then beep beep, some people are dying. Bastards.
And then you have to face the existential crisis again.
You turn up to this person and he says, "I was just at the end of Breaking Bad. You fucking shit."
Yeah, man, you gotta get numb to some pretty horrific things.
What, to be an ambulance service?
Yeah,
person? You're
gonna see some shit.
My grandfather was worked for St. John's Ambulance, and he's a twat. Love you, Grandad, but you're a bit of a twat. And it didn't seem to have any impact on his ability to person. Behold, I continue to support my religion. Now I'm just confused. What?
Good,
Joshua Gaza. Thanks.
Does that
for
mean
the money.
you're his religion? So he gave you $5 to support you?
I'd be happy to be a religion, just as long as I don't have to be religious.
Schism.
I'd be perfectly happy to be worshipped as long as that didn't entail any work. Yeah? Is that just me? Or am I completely mad?
Completely didn't know what you said because I was typing in chat. What was it?
I'd be happy to be worshipped as long as it didn't require me to do anything.
Yeah. No, I'm cool. No, I don't like that. I don't agree.
Yeah, no, maybe. What if it got you lots of money and pussy?
There's too much attention. And people would expect you to do things. Nobody worships somebody who just doesn't do anything.
I don't know. God?
Oh, wow.
Well,
that was a good stuff. I didn't even know it. That's very good. Very good. Quality content.
His hashtag skepticism. With more money. So, you know, if that's... Hey, Joshua, if you're going to... Every time you speak, give me $5. How you doing, man?
Hashtag skepticism is...
Skepticism is my religion. I am religiously skeptical. Yeah. I don't understand why that is paused on there. But, yeah, you
5 seconds of commentary of what you're fucking around with on OBS.
How do you think I feel? I'll live with it.
He does it in his sleep.
Yeah.
He does. He does talk in his sleep sometimes.
I do.
He usually says random numbers, though.
I'm sick. 7. No more concrete.
What exactly is this stream for?
One of the weirdest things he ever said in his sleep was no more concrete.
No, I went no more concrete. 7. I said
Lucius Lux is asking what this stream is for. So
for
I think you need to get to the point.
There is no point.
There's no
if you want a point, don't come here. Fuck me. This is literally just dicking around. This remained a dicking around stream, even when
you got a whole bunch of new subs though, and a lot of them are going to be like, "Oh, I thought our streams were going to be about, you know,
important
something
shit.
like a certain specific topic."
Well, at the end of the day, the reason I have the Earth in the black background now, background. I mean, it is black. Does that make me racist?
It's just you literally wrote it on the thing.
Yeah, yeah, and it is just to upset the flat earthers. Purely 100%, and if they turn up, I hope to upset them even more because I always find that funny. I do. It is great when you only need a single flat earth to make a chat fucking entertaining for everyone. Well, entertaining's a stretch. Some people get really, really, really pissed off. Don't get pissed off at stupid people. There's no point. There's no point in getting angry if someone sounds like a complete idiot or just wrong. That you don't need to get angry at them, no matter how much of a dickhead they are. In fact, the more of the dickhead they are, the funnier it should be for you.
I think the anger comes with the levels of influence and power.
What do you mean?
But like,
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't get angry at flat earths then, ever.
Exactly. You never get angry at the flatards then. Yeah. Now you got me saying flatards. I hate saying flatards.
It's because you say it wrong. Flatard.
Flatard.
Flatard. You say
flatard.
What about me? I don't have any T's.
Flat earthers.
When I speak, I don't do T's.
Flatard.
Flatard.
Flatard. Flad.
Flad.
Flatard.
Sup, flads.
Flatard.
Flatarde. That's the Spanish.
Flatards replaced creationists. That's a hell of a leap, isn't it?
I don't see it as much of a leap. But they have replaced with creationists.
But religion is successful.
Say again.
Religion was successful.
Mm. It's still pretty successful.
Yeah, it still is. You can't deny that, especially Christianity, right, has had a lot of success. Maybe the flat Earth thing, not so much.
Yeah, but they do turn up, and they do talk about a lot of flatards will be scripture ninjas and just pop into your chat.
That's true. You're right. A lot of them are religious.
Yeah, but they're scripture ninjas, so they'll come in and they'll just post a bunch of unrelated things. The fool in his heart knows God exists. What? But how does that mean that gravity doesn't exist, or whatever the fuck the argument was? What?
Thing is, yeah, but when they do that, they don't even talk back to you after that.
I mean, I learned Scripture Ninja off of you, because you used to spend a lot of time in She used to be like witchy, and now she's just witchy by proxy.
Yeah.
Enjoys the culture, but not the. But Scripture Ninjas, they would turn up and they would go into Facebook groups for people who were into witchcraft and just leave lots of things about Jesus. You should worship Jeebus. Here's a passage from John 16:16.
It's usually YouTube comments. They'll put a comment and then not respond to it, even if you talk to them.
I don't know what they're trying to achieve. Like, what do you think? If I came in and I just copy-pasted a fucking science textbook, just a random portion of it, I can't imagine that convincing anybody of anything. So, I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, Object of Hate's giving some chuffs.
Object of Hate. So, Sir and Mrs. Sick, any comments on Thursday's local election? Did you bother to vote at all? At least Momentum have egg on their faces. I have no fucking idea. We didn't vote in the local election because we didn't remember. Didn't even know what was going on.
I remembered. I just don't.
You're part of the problem.
I don't like anybody.
I am the problem.
I don't like anybody.
I'm the entire problem. And if you say otherwise, fight me.
Too lazy.
It's
partially lazy and partially because they're all bullshitters anyway. So what's the point?
I like that your globe. I was just looking at the globe going around, and I got fixated on it.
I'm a bit stoned.
Shiny marble.
There's a hurricane in it, just barreling towards Japan. I like it.
Hey, let's watch Japan. I mean, it's not real time. Although,
No,
if I could figure out a way of doing that, would be
amazing.
And
that is something that needs to be a thing. You should just have. I mean, it is a thing. You can just look at the satellite, but with a nice little clipped out like that.
Yeah.
Actually, you could just do that.
We'll just put cameras on all the have the satellites of all the major land masses. And
I just realized that there is a constantly live from space feed.
Yeah, it's not real. It's all CGI. Someone spends.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the Earth is flat. I forgot.
Like the other ones, they're either photoshopped. They're either CGI or photoshopped. And when you find out just how much imagery is produced, it would. Hi, you suck. Oh, you're using a fisheye lens. I'm not 100% sure if this is even not CGI, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it is, considering how consistently good it looks.
They could be real images.
But because CGI exists, that means it's always CGI, because that makes sense.
That is kind of the problem with CGI. Whenever somebody's like, I have a picture of Bigfoot, I'm like, fuck off. There's a time when a picture of Bigfoot would have been very easy to believe, but now...
If you have a picture of Bigfoot and it's right up to him and he's like, rah!
You're right, and he's got a pipe and pint in his hand.
Yeah, but even if you have that, you could fake anything now. We've gone too far.
I mean, there are experts who can detect fakes.
We've gone too far in our quest for knowledge.
And now we can fake it too easily. Earth is flat.
Our greatest strength will be our undoing.
Disillusion. He looks for fake stuff in videos and that.
Do you know who Captain Disillusion is / watch him? And if you don't, you should, because he's fucking great.
I'm gonna tweet that fake feed there. I love this. I love having that. Like my old job, we had monitors up on the wall, monitor networks and stuff, and we have
fake too. You don't have a real job.
We'd have one just dedicated to the NASA feed because it made us look more important than we were.
I like that concept.
Because the building was rented out and there was a big glass window, meaning that and the other company that was housed in the building was like a law firm or something like that. I forget, but
so
something financial.
More important than them.
Actually, might have been like financial consultants or something like that. But yeah, so they would walk by and get caught on the spectacle of the knock we were in. We called it a knock. There's no data center. I always felt like there should be a data center. But Yeah, so they look in and they see the NASA feed along with a bunch of graphs and numbers and charts and shit, and they're just like, "Whoa!"
I have to say,
Fake. It was all fake.
there is
Fake
something
news.
about a spinning globe, a high quality spinning globe in your video that gives us an air of, not necessarily professionalism, but just like importance. Which is part of the reason I decided to put it on there. And I've just seen the...
And then you undermined it. You undermined it with the flat tire thing.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the point. I think it still looks good. And it makes... The best thing about that is it makes really, really good thumbnails. So that always looks good as a thumbnail. And I don't have to do that much.
You know what it is? I think it's kind of a cheat. In terms of, people really kind of prefer to see something and to have something to look at. So what you give them is just this fascinating rotating thing that also has like the you have that thought back in your mind that every person alive is on that.
The exact same thing. Object of hate said it looks like a proper news TV channel.
Yeah, and then someone
like just this slow spinning earth is very hypnotic.
A similar thing happens with my main background of my videos. People will sit there and watch it and they'll comment about it, and most of the time they'll get really, really pissed off about the fact that the arrows keep moving in ways that arrows don't move, until everybody points out that it's clearly dust. Someone says, "What's your favourite topic to debunk, and who are the biggest idiots in your opinion?" Well, the biggest idiot,
the Jews.
The biggest idiot is probably me. Ed in a close second.
Nah, I'm probably.
I don't consider. Like, I may call someone an idiot. I may, in my videos, I may take the piss and say, "Oh, you're being you're a fucking idiot." You know, there is a certain amount of hyperbole.
Yeah, but I think the question is not on an individual level, right? Like, it's what ideology
but
is
even the groups, especially the groups, I don't necessarily think that they're idiots. I don't think anybody believes something because they're stupid.
You're a very empathetic person. And
I am
empathetic. You try
retarded.
really hard to try and understand people's opinions.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Nobody does anything because they're stupid. Fuck you, idiot.
Yeah, you try really hard to sort of understand other people's opinions.
I'm trying to put it in a way, you fucking dick. I told you I was the stupidest anyway, so fuck you.
God damn it. Quit YouTube.
I think plenty of people who believe something believe it because they're misinformed over being an actual retard.
Everybody's got a certain level of gullibleness. Gullibility? I don't know.
Gullibility, I think, is correct, but gullibleness.
And this is why I try not to be too deep into
this. This is why I try not to words.
I try not to call people stupid too much. I gotta keep on that.
What? If you really wanted to trigger people, or what?
This one.
As someone who's just done their first day as a first aider, what's the most serious medical emergency you've dealt with? ? What is the most serious medical emergency I've dealt with? I once forced a pregnant woman who was about to give birth to walk about a mile.
It wasn't a mile.
It's the best part.
I done a nail once.
No, the hospital was 10 minutes away, and I thought, fine, it's only 10 minutes, I can walk that, and it took me an hour to get there.
Yeah, but if I knew you were giving birth, I would have called a cab.
I didn't know I was either.
But
wait a minute. Are any of you in first aid?
No.
I've learned.
I mean, I've learned first aid.
I've learned first aid, but I'm not a first aider.
Okay, Patricia come in and everything. I'm imagining she because first aid. So sorry, and Jane.
Yeah. Everything
she said has to do with her being.
I think she's trying to be annoying because she turns up to my streams a lot.
She's. I just think she's really proud of her new position.
I'm a first aider. By the way, first aid? Me.
Where do you work?
Congratulations. Let's just do it. Congrats everybody now.
I'm happy for you.
Clap at your screen.
At the end of the day,
first aider, badass.
I envy. You got to envy that because like we're all at the point where our respective careers we're sick of them and we've lost all like illusions. Oh, Petrea is in a point where she can still be happy and hold on to that because you're about to see some shit.
Yeah, especially with people.
Especially with this frigging
No,
album.
you're not.
I've only read the headline, for fuck's sake.
I don't mean to be annoying. I was only taking the piss.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're not annoying. I'm sure you're just very proud of yourself.
We're just very bitter, and anybody who shows any joy, we destroy it. We do this. The only way we get pleasure is to take it from others.
Yeah. If we see someone who's happy, just so angry.
Just crush them.
It's the rage.
You like joy vampires then?
Oh, what's that? You like the idea of God? It makes you feel comfortable with death? Well, there is no God. Fear it.
God's not real. You just disappear.
You just fade away. And it hurts. I like to throw that
It always hurts. Even if
I like to throw that in.
And
there's no heaven. There's only hell.
And there's only hell. That would be kind of way worse.
Yep.
So that's where I think that's when I became comfortable with Oblivion. Was like, yeah, but at least you're not going to suffer forever. So as long as there's no heaven or hell, I'm cool with that. If there's heaven and hell, I'm fucked.
The idea of not existing forever fucks me up. And the idea of existing forever fucks me up. There's no way out.
Yeah, because there's going to be a point. No matter what. No matter how amazingly perfect something is, there's a point in which you go, I've done everything now. Shit.
It's incorrect.
Now I have to do it all again. And again.
What do you mean there's a point where you say you've done everything now?
You know, there's got to be a finite supply of things to do.
Oh, yeah, like if you kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like
people
say living forever.
You could crank out a good couple thousand years before you get to that point.
If you're doing the who would live forever, like I'd be immortal with the option of an out, and that'd be fine.
Okay, if the robot thing, I'm gonna drop out and come back in real quick.
Okay. I think Ed is slowly turning into a robot, or his humanity software is broken. Well, he never had it in the first place. We didn't install it because we thought,
I think Ed is just like a viscous void of annoying and chaos.
A viscous void of annoying and chaos.
Yeah.
I just like the viscous void. That there's something wonderful about saying that. Viscous void. It pleases me. It's like
I'm surprised you could say it. She always mispronounce things.
Suck my dick. My favorite weapon is just because of the word is cudgel. And
I thought it was bludgeon.
No, bludgeon is one of my favorite words as well. And but I like cudgel. And I like bludgeon, and because you can bludgeon someone with a cudgel, and there's something about that pleases me. It's like there's, I think it was Tolkien that said it. Can you have crazy fetish orgies in heaven?
Yes.
Yes, but eventually they'd get boring. Eventually everything becomes tedious, and if you have an infinite amount of time to do anything, there will be a time at which you run out of things to do.
Something gets boring.
If we maintain this form as humans when we get into heaven, then you are going to have a finite amount of things you can do with that body. Are you a robot?
Am I?
I don't know yet.
Are you even hearing it, or is it just the chat that's?
No, I could hear it. I could hear it.
Okay.
But it's not that bad. I think Cookie just hates you and hates your face, which can't really blame her. What are you pointing at? Hey, Sick, did you get the M People video? I saw a video. I didn't watch it because I've been doing other stuff, but I'll watch it later. I promise.
What is it?
I don't know. I said something in one video because a lot of woo type videos always have like really uplifting music in the background. And I said it would be really strange if someone was giving a lecture on physics and they had M People's Search for the Hero in the background. It'd be jarring to say the least. But every single time you watch some sort of, you know, oh, the Earth is flat, do 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 do, or do 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 do. That's the one. It's the one everybody likes.
Wouldn't it be great, like, you know, there's charities that they go, oh, come and help all these people in Africa. It's just like heavy metal in the background.
Fuck you!
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you get upset that Fallen Cocoa Cookie was swooning over God of War?
No?
I did.
Why is that?
Oh, because we can't play it. There is that. That is a problem.
Well, you're rich now.
She's saying how amazing it is.
Her fella has.
I told you we could start a GoFundMe to get you a PS4. Let's exploit that fucking system.
I mean, there have been a lot of people recently saying, "Hey, give us some money for this important thing. What about my unimportant thing that I find very important?"
There's no reason. Just try it. Just be like, listen, give me money. I want to buy. I want to
make it GoFundMe that's just give me money.
Maybe I'll do a game stream. I'll learn how to stream on a PS4, and then I'll make content with what you give me.
Why would I stream on a PS4?
No, you would just. I don't actually know how to do it.
I have a capture device. The streaming on PS4 and on Xbox One is terrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you wouldn't stream directly off the PS4. Yeah,
I've already learned how to do. I can stream off of a PS3, and that is a cunt because it has HDSP or whatever the fuck it's called, and you have to stick it through a splitter in order to strip the signal so you can actually record it. Yeah. Have you seen the video where Spare Three Ridge, the population guy, eats 3-year-old raw rotten chicken meat? I knew that he ate raw meat, but fuck me.
Yeah. So
recent guy I was talking about. He believes that the Earth's population is less than 1 billion. But he's an ex-vegan, and I knew that. And I also knew that he has a penchant for eating butter and raw meat. And apparently he eats really old raw meat. I mean, I know that there's a thing. I think it's a Swedish thing. It's like a fish product, and they like keep it in sheds.
Oh, it's
for years.
It's fermented fish, yeah.
And
it fucking stinks.
a lot of leases on properties explicitly say you're not allowed to eat it in that house because it fucking stinks.
It clings to things.
It clings to things and it goes through walls. It is the smelliest fucking food ever. I mean, people are really into it, obviously, because people are fucking strange. But, yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that...
There you go. Someone gave you the name.
Surstrumming. Oh, no.
Just even the name is gross.
Surstrumming. No. Yeah, I wouldn't. But it turned out I'd looked a little bit into the guy, because I always look a little bit into whoever I'm discussing. But fuck me, he was legit mental. I had someone turn up. Oh, since my increase in viewership, I've had much more frequent someone turn up going, "Oh yes, let's make fun of the clearly mental person." It's like, yes,
that's what we do here.
A, that's what I do, and B, no, let's just ignore him until he builds up a nice big following of people who end up killing themselves for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the altruistic element if you want to go that route. Like Holiday's little thing about the Jilly Juice stuff. Have you seen any of that?
I've heard of Jilly Juice.
It doesn't matter how fucking deranged that person is. She's killing people. Like she's like legit killing people. She's selling a literal cure-all that is like basically seawater and cabbage.
Fucking hell.
And she's saying,
And she's selling it to people. I'm assuming they have like really fucking bad disease.
terminal illness.
Stop taking your medicine that works. Drink my seawater cabbage.
She says stop taking. She says stop taking medicine, and then she says drink this, like gallons of this. Drink, just chug this shit constantly. So yeah, she's literally killing people. It doesn't matter
also,
if she
buy it from my website
and buy it. Yeah. That Dr. Phil episode still hasn't come out. I don't like watching Dr. Phil, but I'm obviously interested in this one.
So Dr. Phil does Jilly Juice,
and Jeff Holiday's on it. Yeah.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
On that.
Yeah. I would definitely watch that. But yeah, someone else just brought up: don't take meds, drink bleach. MMS, magical miracle supplement, or whatever they fucking call it at this. Or no, they can't call it supplement anymore because supplement suggests that it does anything good for you. They had to call it solution. And yeah, it's bleach. Someone got really angry at me again. So I get a lot more angry comments than I used to as well. And someone's like, well, I do agree with you. You didn't bring up any science in the magical mineral supplement thing. It is a bleach. I don't have to bring up any fucking science. It's a bleach. And if I repeat it, it doesn't matter. Part of the joke was me repeating, but it's a bleach though. Fuck off. I almost every time someone starts a sentence with, while I agree with you, I'm just like, I shouldn't read this. Hey Sick, can you please go into this Flat Earth Discord server and live debate, please? No. I don't debate people. I don't get debates. By the way, you've sounded fine in terms of audio recently. So,
okay, good.
Huzzah. But there's one thing, like I can't imagine I'd be particularly amazing at debate. Maybe I'd be okay. I don't fucking know. But it doesn't sound particularly fun. And if you find that people who are really good at debates and also fucking incredibly wrong are really into debates. I call them debate me bros. And
yeah. That's all they think of is argument against arguments.
All that being good at debate proves is that you're good at debate. Yay! That doesn't make you right. Fuck off.
I lose in a debate with a flat earther instantly.
Well, you just
they can't say a bunch of shit that's manipulative and sounds smart, and I'd be like, I don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know. It's from from your current position as someone who's probably not working for NASA and probably not got any degrees in sciences.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know anything about it.
I'm not a shill. What do you mean shill? That's the way you make it sound like. Yeah, it sounds like I'm probably not working for NASA.
Yeah.
I love the shill.
I was talking about Ed. I don't know what Ed does.
I'm pretty sure Ed works for NASA.
He works in IT, which means bollocks all.
He works in IT, and he had the NASA feed up in the wall.
I'm really uncomfortable pointing out exactly what I do because I feel like it really narrows down
where you are and what you do. You do computers.
It kind of narrows down a docs. It doesn't fully. Well, it does with the added on to the information that I've already given people. It helps a docs, yeah. And I'm already pretty easily doxable, so I try not to give a lot of details. I think it's middle of the road tech. It's well paying, but it's not filthy rich, and it's basically where I'm going to be for the rest of my life.
Until he dies.
Yeah. I don't feel like going any further. Everything higher than where I am is a nightmare, and I don't want to engage in this 24-hour on-call bullshit. I don't want to do it.
Oh, well, that's one of the things, isn't it? People say, there's so many men in this industry, and they've got really high-paying jobs. It's like, yeah, but how many blokes don't because they don't want to fucking do that?
Yeah,
it's quite normal. Not to want to be.
If I was just a little more naive, I'd be a full-on Marxist. I hate. I believe that everything he says about the problems of capitalism is true. Like he's pointing out genuine problems of capitalism, and I hate it.
There are
But
problems, but
its solutions are
the
shit.
solution isn't common. Wasn't it yesterday or the day before they were doing Marx's birthday?
Oh, were they?
Yeah,
Oh,
and I have a friend who's like really, like super anti-communist and was like mad about it, and I was like, "Come on, dude! It doesn't matter that they're normalizing Marx. All you have to do is go, hey, remember that time communism worked?"
That doesn't work on them though. They go, I can do it better. I can do it. Nobody's gonna die under my rule.
But liberals will get the bullet.
But the point there is I'm just fucking so done with this soulless careerism. I don't want to push it any further than I already have. I'd like to enjoy some of my life. You know?
That's kind of the thing, though. The beauty of capitalism is that you can stop where you want to. You don't have to work as hard as possible, theoretically. But
I'm not gonna on that.
I mean, I don't care about. I'm not into capitalism per se, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing that we've got that's better.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I think maybe a mixed. I don't know. I'm a little bit of a libtard. I think maybe a mixed economy is probably the best way to go.
I have an internal conflict with capitalism because I don't really like the systems and stuff, but I really do like having stuff.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it there's no better way of generating stuff.
Well, that's
that's
what
great.
But that's how communism gets people, because it's like, hey, nobody works, or everybody works as much as they want to, or whatever. Yeah,
isn't it the thing though that communism is the goal, but that's not how it starts, and it starts with everybody's fucked.
Yeah,
and why should I be fucked for someone else to benefit from my fuckedness? I'd rather just have stuff.
To mildly benefit, as it turns out.
Stuff now is better than possibly communism later.
But the on paper idea is like no worky. I like it.
Well, it's the thing. The problem with communism isn't communism; it's people, and the people who do it, and then it's like, I need all the power because someone has to run this fucking show.
In every system, there's always going to be someone who try and fucks it over.
Well, that's the other thing.
For their own benefit, so yeah.
It just runs counter to human nature. We're possessive. We're competitive. You know, we're capitalism pessimistically fits who we are as people. We all try to transcend that, but there's no transcending it. We're just pieces. We're just selfish pieces of shit. We deserve to die.
There is a thing. I watched a video the other day about. It's something along the lines of hateful design. That I don't think that's the correct term, but you know things like installing spikes outside banks and making benches in a way that you can't sit on them properly for a long time period, or you couldn't lie on them. Specifically, and it's a hateful design or something like that.
I know what you mean. You mean like things like to stop people,
stop homeless people having somewhere to lie down, basically, so that people don't have to see it. Most of the time, when people figure out that that's what governments are doing, a lot of people get quite pissed off about it once they notice, and I think that's quite common. Like when you hear about they're setting up spikes outside of this shop, and you're like, you fucking asshole! Jesus Christ, you're not there when it's closed. No one cares what the homeless people are doing at night, but at least don't make their lives even worse. And if you're going to be spending money doing that, why didn't you give some money to a fucking homeless shelter? You fucking assholes. It seems.
Yeah, we have a lot of that down here.
Oh, I think it's hostile design.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Yeah, I think it's hostile design, and it's pretty fucked. But there's a lot of people who get really pissed off about it, and when it comes to light that this is something that's happened, it often gets taken away once people realise. So I don't think people are inherently selfish. I mean, there is selfishness, definitely.
People are inherently selfish.
I think it's
to a degree.
People are very cautious.
In totality, people are inherently selfish, and that is literally
all they do.
The defining factor.
I think cautiously selfish is probably a good one though, because it's sort of like they're very aware that someone is out there that wants to fuck them over, so that's when they become selfish.
Nah, they're selfish from birth.
But you must.
You of all people, you have 2 fucking kids. You know goddamn well that they are inherently selfish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the kids are, yeah.
Well,
of course, that's their
I don't know. That is a thing, though. Like kids run off of
people.
ego, though. That's what they do. All they think about is themselves. That's what they do.
Yeah, but exactly, because they're base level human beings, and that's inherent to human nature.
So basically, you're saying we should all act like children.
I'm saying it's silly. Of course, people are inherently selfish. Everybody knows that. What are you trying to be so optimistic?
This is being optimistic.
How dare you be good? How dare you be happy in front of me?
Yeah, but you're the guy who fucking debunks flatards and shit. Why are you saying something so ridiculous? People aren't inherently selfish. Of course they are. People are terrible.
Do you think flatards are saying what they're saying out of selfishness? Because a lot of them
everybody's doing everything out of selfishness.
If they were selfish, they would go, "Oh well, the Earth is flat, but the system works pretty well for me right now."
See,
I ain't gonna say shit.
Even being aware of the existence of other people is selfish.
I mean,
like even caring about other people is selfish. There's not a single selfless act on the face of the earth.
Oh, that's true. I mean, the basic.
Okay.
I wouldn't consider myself a selfish person, but I'm
apart from
very
all the selfish shit.
But I frequently comment I'm common to doing selfish things.
Yeah, like when we say selfish, we're talking about levels of selfishness.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no such thing as an unselfish act. You know, you don't do something for no reason.
You do things
even if
it makes you feel better.
Even if the selfishness is that made me feel good for helping that person.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood. I'm sorry. I thought you were being sanely ridiculous. Like,
I thought you were
somebody in chat was like, "Yeah, obviously, man." Okay, yeah, okay, good. We're not going there.
But ultimately, there's lots of people who will help other people, and they'll be doing it because it makes them feel better. It makes me feel better to make sure that. What I want to know
is,
fucking.
I'm wondering how to help women, and there's a broad list of helpers.
Are we going to do that?
Help broadly built us a whole list.
Are we going to really try this?
Basically, BuzzFeed.
I saw TJ Kirk do that article, and I was like, I don't want to watch all of this. I want to try it, but it's probably impossible to get through. But by the way, no, I'm not a Christian.
No, he's God.
The Church of Hookpig.
I'm an agnostic.
I'm an agnostic, and then Six starts to explain how agnostic is a knowledge claim, and then we get in a big argument, and that one's happened before.
I appreciate the value of religion when done in the name of good.
I thought you were going to say when done in the name of God.
As long as it's for God, my God.
As long as it's for the correct God. Do you know
I think what I mean is I appreciate religion in terms of a survival mechanism to get if people need it to get over like the fact that you're gonna die, and that's a hard thing to deal with when you really think about it.
It makes sense in an organizational way as well. If you have this ultimate authority, then you're going to be like, oh, okay, so I'll follow that.
So back when religion was very useful, because you got like this harsh climate, your kids are dying left and right. You know, there's
a reason for them to die.
1,001 creatures out there that's going to kill you, and you've got the threat of death at your doorstep constantly. Having the idea of having like some super being watching over you is quite comforting.
Now I just want to play The Witcher 3.
I don't think humans are selfish as Christian dogma. I think it's an observable fact. But yeah, obviously they take that fact and they turn it into sin and stuff like that. But like the argument also, religion was made to control the everyday person. I think religion was used and organized to control the everyday person. I think human beings come to, or at least supernatural religious aspects, I think they come to that on their own.
Well,
and
I mean, in terms of the control thing, humans are inherently hierarchical anyway. So it's good to have a really top one.
Have you seen those tests? Like, there's people when they're all in a room and they've got like 3 actors and they press a button, and every time this beeping noise or music plays, the people stand up.
And there's one person there who doesn't know what it's about.
Yeah, the person who's actually not in on it, and then they remove the 3 people to begin with and set in more people who are not in on it.
Well, you missed a step. So you've got 4 or 5 people who, every time a tone plays, they all stand up. Someone walks in, they don't know what's going on, and they see all these people stand up, and then eventually they'll join in.
Yeah,
and then they'll add more and more people, and then eventually they'll take out the actors, and there's just a room full of people who keep standing up because it beeps, who have no fucking idea why.
Yeah.
And that's where religion comes from.
It's a survival mechanism, because like there's an inherent thing in us that to make us be a part of the group, because being part of the group equals safety.
Well, yeah.
Yes, and all of that is true. But I also think that if just a single person, lived on the fucking earth and all they had was themselves, that they would still come to design some kind of god for themselves. Because I think self-awareness, the intelligence levels that we have, the ability to understand our own mortality, sort of necessitates that. Not necessitates that God exists, but necessitates the belief in God.
It depends on the person to start with, but
I'm not sure.
If you're the only person that's on Earth, and it depends what information you have around you already,
or ability to obtain that information.
Yeah, and so if you're basically a blank slate and you have nothing else around you to tell you how the world works, you will invent something to say, "Oh, it works because of this."
Yeah, our Lord God Wilson.
We can be atheists now, but that's because of a large collaborative effort of scientists and just people.
For hundreds and hundreds of years.
I think our base level is to design a god to just quell the pain of death.
There's that, and there's just it's easy. If you look at something and you're like, I cannot fucking explain that. There's this big ball of fire that keeps jumping out of the fucking edge of the earth and keeps crashing down, and I have no fucking way of comprehending how that functions. There's probably something doing that.
That's what I was saying before, though, is that the idea of intelligent design isn't all that irrational. It all does look designed, and it's how you have to go on. Surely,
it's definitely not irrational until you have information counter to that.
It's until you start
that makes sense.
It's when, like, putting something like, there must be something moving the sun because that's the only way to explain it. That's fine. I consider that a rational thing. But then when you start adding to it, saying, well, it's only going to move if we start like giving it offerings and shit, that starts leading to irrational stuff, and then in even more irrational is like saying, oh well, you can't masturbate because it upsets the sun.
That's still my that's still my favorite fucking meme. It's like a picture of a landscape, and then it's like a picture of a country, and then it's a picture of the Earth, and then it's a picture of our solar system, and then it's a picture of the Milky Way, and then it's a picture of our galaxy, and then it's a picture of the universe, and then a picture of all the universes, and then it's a picture of Jesus stood above it going, "Don't masturbate."
Fucking Moniker says, "What if the universe is flat?" Ooh.
Well,
it's just got round shit in it.
There's theories on it being flat.
There's a possibility it is kind of long.
It could be a cube,
but it's not flat. Like if it is what they like, it's sort of squished as far as some people know.
It's like a tesseract.
I don't know.
See now you're bringing that up because you wanted me to watch the fucking Civil War.
You haven't seen it yet?
Civil War, the other one,
Infinity War.
I had not the time to do that.
Oh, it's so good, so fucking.
I do keep seeing the memes, and I figured out why the memes exist of the I don't feel so good.
You spoiled it.
I've managed to spoil myself.
I already know because someone said put this meme up and it was like...
Are you just going to spoil this for everyone?
No, I'm not going to say it. Someone put this meme up of like 6 squares and it's like...
the last one was just the spoiler.
Interesting things that happened this week. And I was like, oh, okay. And it's like scientific discovery, this happened. And then right at the bottom it says what happened. I was like, arsehole!
You're not even that into it, but it's like...
No, I hate being spoiled. That's one of my
anything.
pet peeves.
I'm really glad I saw it opening weekend.
Yeah.
Because I it's unavoidable on Twitter. It's unavoidable.
I mean, I don't think it's quite as bad as the Star Wars spoiler was. Like, it's like a really, really, really big plot point.
Oh my god, dude! They got me on the first one. Which
I've never been like annoyed. No, actually, no. I was spoiled because I was really looking forward to playing Fallout 4. And I got spoiled on that as well. And I was a bit annoyed about that, but I was like, I haven't beaten Fallout 4 at this point. And not because of the spoiler. It's just, I spent 300 hours doing fuck all. So being spoiled on that, not really a big deal. I was probably going to spoil myself eventually instead of finishing it.
I will say this, though, if you've read Infinity War, you already had an idea that this was probably going to happen, the comics.
Yeah.
And you also know that it's not permanent.
Well, that's the other thing. Okay, something happens in a comic book, probably can be reversed, unless it's Watchmen.
Let's not go too far into this. I don't know. There are people who haven't seen it. I will say this. It is amazing to me that they managed to take all of those fucking established characters and somehow make a movie that wasn't a mess. It's a solid fucking movie.
Did you see the comment on Twitter? And someone's like, these characters keep turning up and I don't know who they are and blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
yes. This is a criticism that is weird to be surfacing now, which is the Infinity War is just an advertisement for all the other Marvel movies. It's like, so was the Avengers, so was the other Avengers.
In a sense, but in the other way around, it's a movie for the people who've watched those films. So it's not, if you haven't got an idea of who these characters are, the film probably isn't for you, and you've got some reading to do, or you've got.
By the way, have you seen Thor Ragnarok?
I've just watched the Dark World one, and I'm going to be watching Ragnarok.
Before you watch Infinity War, watch Ragnarok. It ties right into it. So
it's
the only
one of the better ones to watch.
Should be the. It's fun. It's really fun. Yeah, it's the best Thor.
That's what I've seen. That's why I watched. I was like, a lot of people say the thing that bugs me, and it's always the same goddamn thing. You have as a person of long hair. As a person of long hair.
Well, don't get attached to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoilers.
Because there was what was the fucking vampire program with the blonde guy with long hair?
Oh, you mean Vampire Diaries?
No, I don't watch that shit. The one that was...
There was a guy in it.
Sucky.
Yeah, Vampire Diaries.
That's not Vampire Diaries.
Oh, that's a True Blood.
Ha ha!
He knows better than I do.
Pwned.
But yeah, it was... Oh no, Vampire Diaries is that whingy brunette.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True Blood has entertaining aspects.
He was really sexy, and then they went, "Oh, he's going to be he's going to be a character for a while. Oh, it's best cut his hair off then."
That really fucking pisses me. I find that genuinely horrifically offensive.
Same thing happened as well. I've been watching a program on Amazon called The Path, and there's a character in it, and he starts off with really like longish, curlyish hair, and then like.
It always gets
like 4 episodes in, he gets a buzz cut, and I was like, why?
It does seem to be the thing. It's like, oh, this character, some women find them sexy, but not all women ever.
They do it as well as a sort of, they do it as a sign of like maturity as well. Like, oh, he's growing up now, so he gets a haircut.
Well, True Blood, I think, is pretty decent because it's quite self-aware.
I think maybe the first and a little bit of the second season. It is a good show. It is.
There was a bit in it where the main woman, her fella pisses off, and
Anna Paquin. People don't think she's attractive. I actually do. I think she's really attractive.
But she was Rogue. She was Rogue.
Yeah, she was Rogue.
Yeah, and she was hot then as well. So, and I was the right age for that. So shut up.
I mean, I get faces a little.
Oh my god! You found a celebrity attractive.
Yeah, she was alright.
This is like
although she had really
this is a
big,
day of celebration for me.
She has
you never
goalpost
find
teeth.
anyone attractive.
She has goalpost teeth.
Yeah, she does. She has a big.
Oh, there we go. I knew you'd pick something out.
Everyone has a problem, except for Ed. He's just gorgeous.
He's like perfect.
My long flowing hair. Yeah.
But there's this bit, and he disappears, and she goes, "I'm just expecting him to come in and go, suck it," and it just. I love a bit of self-awareness, and I love things that take the piss out of themselves. I've always been a fan of celebrities who can take the piss out of themselves, which is why I started liking Justin Timberlake, because he really takes the piss out of himself. So I kind of got into his music in a really roundabout way. It's not my favourite thing in the world, but I appreciate him as an artiste.
Not his NSYNC stuff, though.
No. But his Jerry curl. What happened to your Jerry curl? That was a good look. That was hot. Sorry, really went off on one then. But yeah, that was a good show. And I completely missed my entire point, which is Ragnarok. They cut his fucking hair off, and I'm like, he's fucking Thor.
Is that what you're on about? They're cutting Thor's hair.
Yeah. He has short hair in it.
He's a fucking Viking.
Yeah. Remember that Viking with the short hair?
He's not a Viking. He's a Norse god. He can cut his hair if he wants to. he's beholden to no man. Also, he didn't cut his hair. The hair is spoilers.
Does it get burnt off?
Stan Lee cuts his hair.
Literally.
Literally.
You think as a god you just go and it'll come out again.
There's a in Thor Ragnarok. He is in a prison, and they force him to cut his hair, and Stan Lee is the one doing it.
And he goes, Excelsior! And
that's his cameo. Yeah, I spoiled Thor Ragnarok for everybody.
Basically, that's the only thing that matters in the whole film is that Stan Lee is in a Marvel film. Sorry to spoil that for you. What the fuck? I was thinking about this the other day. What happens when he dies?
Which is coming. Yeah.
That's what you think.
I would have him in the studio right now.
And they just keep getting different ones out.
Oh, you have to like doing the things like if I were in these positions, doing the things I'd want to do are borderline unethical, or just not unethical, just kind of rude. Where it's like, hey, Stanley,
Stanley.
No, I'd just be like, hey, Stan, you're gonna die soon. I need you to record a fuck ton of dialogue.
That's exactly what I thought. Fuck ton of
dialogue.
CGI Stanley
ready to go.
Holy shit! Great minds think alike, and evil bastards seldom differ. That is exact. And if they haven't done that, I'd be very surprised. We will pay. Here's $2 million. Just sit in this booth for an hour, reading these lines.
They will do something, and what it might be is, and I think Stan Lee has the humor to understand and go along with that and not be insulted, right?
Yeah.
Not like George R.R. Martin going, "Fuck you! Stop talking about me dying."
Sorry, George, but you are gonna die.
Yeah,
and it'll be a little bit funny, dude. Especially if you die before you finish the books. That'd be hysterical, and then I'll be sad.
It's definitely going to happen. He's definitely not going to finish those books. He's got 2 more to go. He's not going to fucking make it.
Too many burgers.
And he's off on some side thing now, too. He's not even writing the book.
Oh, god damn.
People are pissed.
I almost want him to die now.
It doesn't matter. Game of Thrones, the show is basically over, so there's really nothing for it. I don't care anymore.
Reading your article now.
Eventually. But not now.
Talking about fanboy shit.
You're a fanboy.
Hey.
Right, I'm going to wish... Oh, God, it needs to stop fucking doing that to me. I keep clicking things and it keeps going, alright, play this. And I hear my own voice.
I hear you clicking. It's really loud.
I click your mum. I do have a different mouse now. Because my other one My other one was wireless. And it kept going, I'm not going to be connected properly. And my new one is RGB, so I can make it like flash and shit. Yeah. Right. Okay,
this is the most ADD fucking stream we've done, I think.
We haven't spoken in ages. We've got lots of catching up today.
That is true. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you got to get that PS4 and play some God of War. It's great. I'm thinking about it right now. You know what it does? I was thinking, like, I knew somebody.
This image of you, like, slowly rubbing your crotch.
I knew somebody whose friend was actually a part of working on, I guess, the Thor Dark World video game back before they said let's never do video games anymore. And the game sucks. But I was thinking of the God of War mechanic, which is basically to take this. It's basically a Thor axe, right?
Yeah. It's Mjolnir the axe. A Thor axe. Oh, for fuck's sake.
He throws the thing, and there's a mechanic. You press a button, and it brings it back.
It is absolutely Mjolnir the axe.
It is, and it is such a fucking brilliant mechanic. Like, there is a point where you get another weapon, right?
Nobody ever uses it. Like, nobody ever uses anything but the blades of
the game is. The game is clever. There's a spoiler in there that I'm not. Shit. The game is clever.
There's ice and fire mechanics.
There's ice and fire mechanics. Yeah. So
in a video game, spoilers.
It is a spoiler if you know God of War and you haven't played this because you know what I'm talking about. But
got a set of lungs on there.
Yeah. So the game's clever enough to give you a mechanic, but it's like if you had you go through like half the game without ever using any other weapon, just the axe. And you don't really want another weapon because the axe is so fucking brilliant. And I was thinking, like, the Thor people who were making the Thor game, if they had more time and energy, they probably, like, fucking thought of that. Really wanted a Mjolnir fucking mechanic like that. It's so satisfying. And then you can fucking fuck with it. You can do some fucking cool tricks where you like throw the axe
it back through enemies.
Yeah, bring it back through waves of enemies, and it's addictive. It's really fucking clever.
Well, while I was watching Dark World, I was like, that's the thing I like about Thor, is he has an interesting combat style.
Yeah.
Like, most other things is like, oh, well, I've got a projectile. I mean, most superheroes are basically Goku. Like, they'll punch you, and then they'll throw some sort of projectile at you, and that's about it.
Yeah, Thor can do that too.
Yeah, Thor can do that too, but he has a thing that goes at you, and then he can bring it back. And there's something so much more interesting. It's just different.
Right. So he loses that at the beginning of the movie. He loses the hammer.
And so the thing that makes him interesting, that's gone. That's gone. We don't need that anymore. Why would we do that?
Well, the best Thor movie.
What I really like are all the gags related to worthiness and Mjolnir. Yeah. Like, I think it was in the second Avengers movie, they start talking about, so if I take your hammer and I put it in an elevator and the elevator goes up, does that mean it's lifting it and making the elevator worthy? Is it a great warrior then? Because it can move it up. There's a certain sort of self-awareness to that. Or just putting it on a coffee table and it doesn't go straight through the coffee table. It's clearly holding it up.
Yeah. That scene where they had it on the coffee table in Age of Ultron and everybody was trying to pick it up.
Doesn't the Vision just walk past and lift it up?
I think it was somebody else. I think it was like...
The Hulk couldn't pick it up, as far as I remember. God, we're just going to start talking about really nerdy shit.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be an article.
Why are you so you just want to talk about feminism, don't you? You're like, I fucking hate women so much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. All right, let's do... Talking of hating women, your children.
I think it was like Scarlett. It was like Scarlett Johansson's character, like Black Widow, who lifted it or something like that.
Maybe.
Because it's only someone who's worthy to lift it can lift it.
I could lift it. I'm so fucking worthy. Right, let's read your article. You sent this to me days ago, and let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it. And that way I can go for a piss later, because I'm fucking desperate right now.
Yeah, Black Widow lifts it. There we go. We solved it.
Sorry, who?
Black Widow lifts the hammer.
Is that the psychic bird?
No, it's
that's the kind of rubbish person.
She has no superpowers, but she can lift the hammer.
That's disappointing.
Apparently that's canon, though, too. It's just like...
Can she bring it back to herself?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Ooh.
It's the chat. Fucking help me.
Help me, chat.
I hate Googling when I'm fucking...
Keep talking about Mjolnir so I can have 5 minutes to... Not even 5 minutes, just a minute to have a quick waz.
Go on, old man. Bye.
All right, well, leaving now is a bad idea because I just want to Google this to make sure.
It got nothing to do with superpowers, though. It's to do with how worthy you are by soul or something shit.
I think in the movie she didn't lift it, but in the comics she has lifted it. So the joke was she was that's I don't want to do that. I don't want to know the answer to that, but the answer is she can lift it. Something like that. Anyway, this is boring. Sorry. Hulk picks it up. Okay, Vision lifted the hammer. Okay, never mind. Fuck. Sipsic was right.
What? He was actually right about something.
Dr. Manhattan could lift it. That's true. Anyway, sorry. I went off on a Google tangent, and that's when he decided to leave. So I have like nothing else to talk about except for figuring out who can lift Thor's hammer. Do you want to queue up the article? We can try. We've gone for a while though, and this is not a short article. This is not a short list.
Freaking hell, man!
We're not going to get through
it. Blame society.
You freaking wake the kids up.
I'll wake your mum up. Oh, I am a sweaty man.
Oh, nothing new.
Fight me? Anyway, I've got headphones on now. Well, Gwen.
We're starting to read the article.
Oh, okay. Where are we?
We haven't started.
Yay! You want to read or shall I read?
Don't read just start at the list. I don't want to go through the preamble.
Me.
Fine, okay. But, okay, you can then give us the premise.
100 ways that men can cock themselves to women.
Okay, that sounds fine to me. Before explaining something to a woman, ask yourself if she might already understand. She may know more about it than you do.
So you just assume that she might know something?
Then just never speak.
Why would I have to ask myself? Why can't I just ask her?
Yeah, like, do you understand about this?
Well, that's actually a legitimately good point. So, what do you know about computers?
Or do you just assume she knows about computers and then start talking jargon at her?
Oh, God. Like, when I talk jargon at you and you just, like...
Oh, I glaze over me.
You start fucking spewing out foam.
I started getting just, like magic roundabout in there going do.
Maybe just use your personal agency to stop me and tell me that you know that already.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Instead of, well, this man.
Before explaining something to a woman, ask yourself she already understands. You're trying to explain to her about you having this STD. Oh no, she already understands. I won't even bother.
So the person who wrote this article, they don't know how numbers work, do they?
No.
One assumes they took their favourites, which is probably good for us. Because it goes 1, 5, 6, 8, 19, 34.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I don't think this is the original one. I think I clipped it. Or they clipped it. So maybe we can get through it now.
Yeah! Let's do one each. You got the next one. You got 5 or 2 or whatever.
Remember that fat women exist and aren't all trying to get thin. Treat them with respect. Wait a minute. Was this? Okay.
I know that fat women exist. I can see them from very far away. B, they should be. C, no.
No.
I don't treat anyone with respect. Why should I treat...
No, respect is earned.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with this one, except I have a problem with the 6th one, which is, in fact, never comment on a woman's body. Fuck you. I'm gonna. Like,
also, when she walks in and she's like trying to show you her new haircut, Do not comment on that haircut. She does not want to hear that. She doesn't want to go, oh, that's a lovely haircut you got today that you're clearly trying to get me to comment on. That is banned.
What about
that
if
is haram.
What if she has like a mole on her back and it's looking kind of wrong?
It's looking kind of cancery.
Yeah, do you mention that?
Don't you fucking mention that. You fucking misogynist cunt. You let her die of cancer. If you want to be a good man.
What if she's got like...
Here, let's just go to the original. Let's just go to the
something
original.
Stuck in her teeth or something.
There probably is some fun to be had in the original, because I bet there's plenty of stupid.
That should be it, I think.
Can you just link me it on...
Oh, I did it in chat. Hang on.
Oh, you fucking...
Oh, no, it says no post. Fuck, where's the original list?
No. Oh.
It looks like we're stuck with this one.
We might be stuck with this one.
Oh, no, hang on.
Oh, ooh, hey.
What is it, boy? What is it?
What is it? Hookpig?
Okay, I found it. Hang on.
Huzzah.
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
Sorry.
Yes, you are. There you go. Broadly Vice. Broadly is... What? Okay. 100 ways to make women's lives more unbearable.
More unbearable?
Yeah.
More bearable.
You need to go on that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Alright, so we read the first one. No,
this has a different preamble.
See, the second one is better. So, yeah, read that one.
Retarded. Never ever... Sorry, related. Never ever try to explain feminism to a woman unless she goes, hi, could you explain feminism to me, please? No, don't do that. Don't even do that. Never.
What if she... Yeah, like, what... Women don't inherently know what feminism is. They're not born with the knowledge of feminism.
There's I made a comment once about there is an idea in some circles that Hitler might have been a feminist, which is a thing that exists. And because I said that, I literally believed that Hitler was a feminist. And it's like, I was thinking about that today for some reason. It's okay, what feminism? Like, and whose interpretation of it?
Yeah, that's another thing. It's not like a static, completely unified.
Are you
movement.
not allowed to explain your feminism to a woman?
Like I didn't
if you are a feminist, no, you're not allowed.
Like I didn't know what intersexual feminism was because I'm not really into this sort of shit. And you had to explain it to me. Does that mean that you're like Hitler now?
Well, you did look very oppressed.
Sorry.
And I did kill about 7 million Jews.
Resting oppressed face. Sorry.
He's not Hitler. He's just a mansplainer. He's toxic.
Manspitler.
Number 3 says trans women are women. Repeat that until you perish.
That seems like you might not get much done.
Yeah, I got some shit to do. I can't just continuously repeat that.
Respect people's pronouns.
I gotta speak to people that I work with, and they're gonna get really upset when they're like, "Hey, what's the answer to this problem that we're having?" And I'm like,
"Hey, Ed, did you have a good women? Trans women are
trans women are women.
What can I get you to drink, sir? What can I get you to drink, sir? Trans women are women.
I have to
help me,
or I'm not an ally.
You've got to tell us what drugs you took, or we can't save your life, sir." Trans women are women.
Jesus. Women are women. Help me! I can't stop. Respect people's pronouns. It's not hard.
Mine is. Wait, that's a different pronoun.
It's pretty difficult. Fuck off.
Especially if you don't fucking know them.
It's a pain in the ass.
The people or the pronoun. To be honest, I don't fucking care.
It's such an unnecessary complication. If you pass for a female...
Expect people to refer to you as what you look like. And if you aren't that, or you don't consider yourself that, tell them.
You can't expect people to know.
And if people go, why? And if they don't care, and if they fuck up, get over yourself. You aren't that important.
Right.
You're just not that.
Listen, if you're unusual...
What is it?
If you're unusual, expect that people won't understand.
Unless you're
I read an article.
food. or fucking me, I don't have any reason to respect you.
I read an article of a trans woman who was saying essentially that, and I actually respected it. It was just like, I get that it's tricky, and even the people who I know for a fact aren't bigots and they don't hate me or anything like that, they sometimes fuck up. Like it's just not intuitive, and I get that. So I'm not gonna fucking hold it against people when they fuck up. I even bring it up. Be like, oh, I actually refer to it as this.
My cousin's trans, and it took me a little while to get used to it, saying she instead of he.
Right.
And
to be fair, they do kind of just look like
and
a
they
guy.
still like a bloke in a dress, yeah.
But we do respect
But
the
now
pronouns.
I say she.
Yeah.
Even when I'm not talking about it, even if she's not anywhere near, I still say she because
It
it's
takes
the sort of
some,
thing I had to learn to do.
Yeah, it takes some adaptation. Yeah.
But if it's someone that you don't know if someone you don't know doesn't respect your pronouns, that just get over it. If it's someone who supposedly cares about you, then maybe they're a bit of a cunt.
I know a trans woman who just doesn't deal with it. It's just like, well, whatever. I don't look enough like a chick, so if they keep referring to me as he,
I mean, to be fair,
know that I have to try hard.
There was a chick.
I need more beard.
There was a woman at a pub. I went to a party at a pub, and she looked like a dude with long hair. And I said, "Oh, it's really cool to have another guy who's got long hair hanging out."
You were very drunk as well.
I was very, very drunk. But fucking hell, I said, "Oh, I'm actually a woman," and I was like, "Oh my god, kill me now."
When I was younger, I had long hair and no beard, and it happened every now and then.
Do you have?
And as someone who has been misgendered, I can tell you, it broke my whole life.
I am literally ruined now. I cannot love. I cannot.
They don't think
laugh.
about that. They don't ever think about that when they talk to me. They don't ever think that maybe I've experienced misgendering, and I have. And it's not that big of a deal.
You've been misgendered, and well, you're basically just a torso now that rolls around and headbutts things for attention.
You didn't. You've denied me my humanity.
Dog, the carbonated sound you heard was me drinking elderflower flavored water.
I also did just pour some.
I keep
Pepsi
thinking
into
of when I hear misgendering. I keep thinking of the turn the page lyric. The is it a woman or a man? Because it's talking about long hairs, and it's like, dude, like. It's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world.
If someone
you correct them and then you move on with your life. Maybe it's a little embarrassing. You know?
Someone could never ever misgender you and still be the world's biggest arsehole.
Yeah.
That's
true. Don't hang out with that person. Don't hang out with
kind of
arseholes.
Guaranteed to be, honestly.
See, as long as they come across as as long as they're not being really cunty about it, there's no reason to be an ass to them either.
You really could. You could absolutely follow every single one of these people's rules. These people. I'm such a racist.
These people.
You could follow every single rule and still upset them every second of every day. Because there's always ways to upset people.
Yeah.
I mean, I try not to get upset about things. But, there's ways you can upset me. And I'm like, oh, shit, what a fucking prick. I'm just not going to hang out with you. I'm not going to go, okay, sir, we need to sit down and have your brain washed.
Yeah. I mean, there's levels. There's misgendering me, and then there's killing my mother. I have different reactions to both of those things.
Yeah, I'd be slightly less upset.
I'd be slightly less upset.
Love you, Mum. Hope you don't listen to this.
All right, let's skip to
specifically share this one with my mum.
Skip to number 7.
Numero 7. I don't know how French say it, so fuck them. Be kind to women in customer service position. Tip them extra, but not in a creepy way.
What?
There's no other way. There's no other way.
I don't know, because we don't tip in this country, so the idea of like someone behind... a cashier down at Asda or something, and you're just like, oh, here you go, darling. And you're like, what the fuck?
I like the idea.
That's true. Yeah, in your country, it'd probably be creepy any which way you do it, right?
Why did you give me an extra tenner? I'm not allowed to take this, right?
We tip if it's a really good service.
You tip, you can.
Okay.
Tipping at bars and restaurants exists, but it's unusual.
Not
Impossible by any stretch of the imagination.
So on the receipt, you don't have a gratuity?
No, gratuity isn't
we have
a thing.
no obligation to give the staff extra
because they're
cash.
paid.
Yeah, but you know what? You get proper wages too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, proper wages.
Yeah, you get proper wages. Like,
and
we tipping is a culture now. Like, you people survive on those.
But 90% of the time, it's chicks that get good tips. And I got good tips as a man, which is weird. And I don't know what that says about me.
I think that's still true here. I think the chicks probably get better tips anyway. Like, so this whole idea of like tipping.
You're gonna get the tips.
I didn't have tits when I got tips. I was just charismatic.
Yeah. So tipping them extra is kind of the point of this. That is like, so
that's the tip. Yeah.
Don't tip men extra.
Gratuity isn't a tip. It's a part of the bill.
The tip is extra. It's extra by default. Yeah. I let Kristen does all the tipping for me, so it's probably less.
And she runs up to them and like throws it in their face and goes bah and runs away.
In America,
I don't know how to
tip. There's a lot of places
properly.
where you're expected to tip as well.
Do you know what? The thing that always sticks in my mind when it comes to tipping... I don't know how that would...
If you're expected to tip and it's a custom within the place that you live that you just tip, that's just what you do, how is it going to be creepy?
Did you watch, the Extra? Tipping more than you did to a man.
Oh, tipping more.
Yeah, but my favourite tipping thing is probably... Did you watch Third Rock from the Sun?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
The main character, and he's like, I figured out how to tip perfectly, and he has a pile of money, and every time that the staff did something wrong, he would take $1 away, which I just thought was fucking beautiful. I figured it out.
Let's move on. This is dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not tipping anybody extra. I'm going to go by the percentages. And
I just want to figure out how to not do it in a creepy way, or how to do it in the most creepy way. You walk up to them and just go,
You've earned yourself an extra $5.
Here's $1.
I guess that's pretty creepy.
Here's $1.
Turn that ass around. I'll give you $5 more. I don't know. Just don't be creepy, I guess.
Trust women when they teach you something. Don't feel the need to go and check for yourself, and especially do not Google it in front of them.
Fuck you.
I'm wrong about so many things, and I have it because I'm so stubborn. I get it in my head that yes, I'm definitely right. I definitely
you get
know
so
this.
fucking mad at me.
I do,
and I'll go fine.
And you Google it and go, no, you're wrong.
See, asshole. You're like fuck you, and you leave the room.
I think by the end of this list, the overall message is don't talk to women. Like just don't talk to them.
Don't maintain a double standard for anything ever, unless it benefits her.
Unless it's everything in this list so far.
Yeah, there's definitely no double standards here, because like tipping them extra.
Can you stop?
Sorry, I got mad.
If the kids start screaming again, you're getting them next time.
Okay, I'll bring them in.
Fucking couples spat. Yeah, this whole list is double standard. This doesn't make any sense.
We've got... Okay, let's count. We're on number 9. How many of these are a double standard? Before explaining something to a woman, blah, blah, blah. So, can do that to a man, can't do it to a woman, double standard. Never, ever try to explain feminism to a woman.
Double standard.
Double standard. Trans women or women, repeat until you perish.
Not really.
No, not really.
That one's fine. Respect people's pronouns.
Not really that. No.
That's basically not a double standard. It's fine. Remember, fat women exist and aren't all trying to get thin respect.
You could interpret that as a double standard.
That is at least that is a 0.5 double standard. That's at
Number
least a
6
half
is
a double standard.
Never comment on a woman's body. That's a solid double standard.
Yeah.
Tip them extra. Double standard.
Definitely. Yeah.
Trust women. Never Google anything. Never question them.
At least half of these plus.
Yeah.
All double standards, but don't ever. So basically, I wish that was the last one. That would be amazing if that was
number 100.
Never have a double standard. Ignore this whole list. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Close your legs on public transit. Oh my god. Yeah, women. Fucking hell. Don't like that smell. Ooh, it's a bit fishy in here.
I actually noticed this today. My dad was sat on the chair and he had his legs really close together. And I looked down at me and my legs were like really far apart. And I was like,
There's only so close you can get them without just being terribly uncomfortable.
It's the crushing noise that I hear when I try to close. So I'm like, oh yeah, my balls.
Yeah, I mean, I can get them closed, but you'll see, like, if I do it, my legs start shaking. It's like I'm trying really hard.
They're shaking because you're putting so much pressure on your balls, trying to get them flat.
Feminism is like 90% women don't understand men.
90%. 90.
These women don't understand men. No, it's probably more like 50-50. We don't understand men, and then the other 50 is we just want free shit.
We admit that we, like, with misogyny, it's just men going, we don't understand women, and like, oh, I see you hate us.
Yeah.
Trying to describe a woman positively, say she's talented, clever, or funny, not gorgeous, sweet, or cute. What if she isn't talented, clever, or funny? And what if she is gorgeous, sweet, and cute?
That's all she's got. Give her a compliment.
What's wrong with...
You're very talented. You're not attractive in any way, shape, or form.
There's nothing wrong with saying a woman is sweet.
There's nothing wrong with saying sweet. It means you're kind.
Not allowed. Banned.
When someone says, oh, you're really sweet, that's like saying you're really kind and lovely.
I think you should just make up completely random thing. You're very good at football. What? Right, this is the rule. We need to start rewriting these rules just so they're just as retarded.
Should we do some like really creepy ones? Like, I really like your cuticles.
Your fingernails hardly ever fall off for no reason.
You have just enough veins in your eyes.
I love it when a woman has less than 3 legs.
Number 13 thinks it's got us.
Go.
Don't think to yourself, I describe men like that too. A, you probably don't. B, if you do, it's to criticize them for acting like a woman.
Or C, fuck off.
You can see the attitude. The attitude behind this is literally just, fuck you, men. Fuck you all, men.
People like this are always psychic as well.
Yeah, they know exactly why I say that. Yeah,
women are queens of assumptions. Jump into conclusions.
You know what? It's not even that.
I mean, oh shit! Yeah, skipped ahead. Sorry, 12. It's a reference to 12, which is examine your body language when talking about women. Get rid of irrational, dramatic, bossy, and badgering immediately. Then I'll run out of words.
Irrationally, dramatically, bossily badgering you.
I'll run out of words to describe feminists if I get rid of those. I know what you're trying to do. I know you
run out of words to describe women.
I'm just thinking, you said that I'm being irrational all the time, and I think you're an arsehole at first, but then after like 20 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I am.
And isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that number 13 is both irrational, is all of these things, irrational, dramatic, bossy, and badgering, all in number 13. Those things are present.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't see reality for reality. You need to be deluded as much as I am.
This is like a really long way to go to delude yourself into because you can tell it's just the author responding to criticism that she gets all the time.
I'm surprised.
So it's a long way to go to kind of
stop calling women an arsehole. That's not, women isn't just a different way of saying me.
I love 14. Do you love fiery Latin women? I sure goddamn do.
Do you like strong black women? As long as they're not stronger than me.
Mysterious.
Who the fuck says mysterious Asian women? I have never heard that in my life.
I just got an image of an Asian woman going, ooh.
I've seen more mysterious Asian blokes because they do fucking weird shit. Like, they get a stick and they'll wrap their dick around it and keep turning. That's pretty mysterious. I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that?
I like ethereal Asian women. I'm purely into Japanese ghosts.
I thought. I think just like Asian babes, women. Because that's the books I read when I was a kid.
I love it. Stop loving these things. Pick up a book on decolonial feminism. Read. They don't even like it when we like them. Like,
stop being pleased with women having good qualities.
Fiery
Just
Latino
hate
women,
them
though.
more.
Yeah,
read a book on decolonial feminism. You'll fucking hate them after that.
Women are not allowed to be strong. They're not allowed to be passionate, and they're not allowed to have an air of mysteriousness to them.
Mystery. That's for fucking men. Only men are allowed that.
That's for detectives.
I don't know what it means. Like, honestly, it's kind of like, oh yeah, these are all stereotypes. Therefore, when you acknowledge them, you see them in a person, ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist.
I was watching
because it's offensive.
There's a guy who he's got a channel called Strange Parts. You may have heard of him. He's the guy who put a headphone jack in the iPhone, the first iPhone that didn't have a headphone jack. He figured out how to put one in. He did a whole video. He's really, really good. But he fucked off to India. And one of the stereotypes is the wobbly-headed Indian man. But they exist. He was talking to this bloke and he's like, I don't know, sir. And I was like, so is it racist if I notice the fact that he did that? And he's not doing it ironically. It's not a joke. He's not a character. He's a person that does that. So why is it not okay to go, that's a bit funny? And it is. It was really funny because it looked like his head was going to fall off. I don't get it. Stereotypes exist for a reason. So why is it not okay when we notice them?
Because it's offensive, you fucking racist.
Mysterious Asian, does she hang out with ninjas? Ooh.
So what have we been going for like almost a half hour and we're on 15, so
this isn't going to get finished. Fun.
We're getting there.
I know, that's my point. It's so long. Stop calling women feisty. We don't need a special lady word for has an opinion. You can hear the cattiness in it.
I've heard of men being referred to as feisty.
Has an opinion.
It's not a woman word.
Yeah, that's not what feisty means. Anyway, like that's just how it means.
When people say feisty, it's sort of like a half nice word of saying, "Oh, she's a bit of a dick."
She's very feisty. Don't date her.
No, feisty is like the positive. Like he's a dick, but in all the right ways. Like it's a positive to the dick, right?
I mean, feisty's a fun word.
She's plucky. She's spirited. She's energetic. She's
spunky.
She's
no,
confident.
That's for men because sperm.
Yeah. Also, feisty isn't a female exclusive word. Feisty is like, we use that for men too.
I mean, I use that to describe like a food. Oh, that's feisty. Recognize women's credibility when you introduce them. Donna is lovely is much less useful than Donna knows shitloads about architecture. That sounds like she knows nothing about architecture. Especially she knows shitloads about architecture. You roll your eyes at the client.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
You
introduce people by what they do, not who they are.
Yeah, but see, typically you introduce them like, I don't know. Honestly,
Donna
I don't
is
say
our
anything.
resident architect, and that's all you need to hear. Not, Donna knows shitloads about architecture. Honest.
Hi, everyone. This is Donna. She is lovely. I don't... whatever. This is such a stupid...
It's more the fact of it's such a gap between what a person would do and what their straw man of human beings is and what their apparent solution to the straw man they invented is.
Donna is very smart, clever, and funny.
Hi, this is Donna. She works in our architectural department. Therefore, she probably knows something about architecture, but I don't even need to say this bit because you're not a fucking idiot. Hopefully. I mean, talking to clients, it's 50-50.
Think about how you describe the young women
they do,
Hang on.
I just say their name and let them explain it themselves.
It depends. Depends entirely on the situation.
This is
Yeah,
all.
but if you're in archi-
Guys,
if you're-
stop! This is all dovetailing into the same thing. Let's try to get to.
No, we got 2
We
minutes
will
to
be
get...
here forever.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. We're gonna end up quitting it.
Number
somewhere.
17, you're next.
Think about how you describe the young women in your family. Celebrate them for being funny and smart, not for being pretty and compliant. The thing I like about this
Neither
is
of those. Cunts. All of them.
I like this one though. I like. Hey everyone, this is Donna. She's compliant.
She's pretty and compliant.
I mean, if I was running a brothel, that would be a positive fucking point.
I don't know.
I just love the idea. I think I'm gonna have to like do that for Kristen. Just being, hey, this is Kristen. She's compliant, very compliant.
And she goes, "No, I'm not," and you say, "Shh."
Shut the fuck up! You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Don't make a scene.
And then your friends go, "We're not your friends." He says, "Stop it! You're embarrassing me in front of my girlfriend." You just try to control everyone.
Examine the way you talk about women you're attracted to. Fat women, old women, faggots.
Queer, trans.
I hear that every time they say queer. I just hear faggot. I feel like
it's like queer, trans, powerful women.
I do not like the word queer being used as if it's not a pejorative. It's always been a pejorative, so I don't understand how it's been embraced in a way that
I find the word queer hilarious.
It's been embraced, not like the N word. It has been embraced but you can't say it. Queer has been embraced, and everybody can say it.
When I use the word queer, I use it to take the piss out of people who would say it as a pejorative. And I think it's really, really funny in that regard.
I can't get over
we don't
the
like
original
queers
meaning for it, though.
Exactly. These goddamn queers. It's just like, why? I can't even imagine embracing that word, that particular word, because it's so much funnier to take the piss out of the people who use it properly.
I can't get over the original interpretation, which was queer meant weird. So when someone says, "Oh, I'm queer," I went, "You're just weird."
I mean, that's not untrue. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the whole point of it was all the fat women, old women, queer, trans, and powerful women are not your guilty crush.
Who uses that phrase? Point me at them so I can beat them up.
Men who use the word crush are gay.
Crush is a woman's word in order to describe how they feel about me.
Crush is a word that, crush is what like adults use when they're talking about children's relationships.
Yeah.
Number 19 is just advice for other women. Learn to praise
a woman without demonizing other women.
Yeah, women need to learn that.
Like other girls is not a compliment. I want to be like other girls. Other girls are awesome. Have you met them?
Liar.
Terrible.
Liar.
You haven't met me then, have you?
Why would you want to be like other girls?
I want to be like everyone else. Oh. I am such not an individual.
Why would you want to be like women? Women are freaking pain in the ass.
You're not like other girls. You're already sucking my dick.
to be fair, you're not like other girls.
You're looking down. You're not like other girls.
You're not like other girls.
You're not like my mum. Takes ages to get her to do this.
Oh my god.
I love it. Anyway, yeah, don't you dare call me an individual.
Yeah,
how dare you suggest that I am unique in any way?
And I guess from their perspective it is all women are amazing. Well, guess what? No, they're fucking not, because they're people. Stop pretending they're not people, you fucking weirdo.
We established this. People are garbage.
People are terrible, and women are people too. It's like
women are terrible. That's what equality means.
Isn't that
treating them more terrible.
One of the Twitter memes is this woman is clearly a feminist woman saying, "All men are pigs. All men are pigs," and then one straight underneath, "Women are exactly equal to men, and that's a fact." Okay, I'm fine with that. That's true. Nothing about this is incorrect. Women are pigs too. Great. You don't notice that. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, share writing by women. Don't paraphrase their work. Why not? Your own Facebook
don't paraphrase their work. Yeah, but it's going to be really long and it's not going to fit in a tweet.
Okay, well, it sounds like they're saying don't paraphrase the work in your own Facebook post to show us all how smart or woke you are. Don't do that with anybody. Don't try to like pretend that you came up with something that you read.
I don't like. I occasionally will put something like witty tweet because I'll be slightly drunk and think it's clever.
Yeah,
like she had to tweet.
She had to add some spice to the end of it because I suspect she's a fiery Latina. I guarantee the woman said it better in the first place.
And I guarantee I don't care.
Whatever, shut up, you fucking cocky ass bitch. Anyway, bossy.
Buy
bossy
sanitary pads and tampons and donate them to a homeless shelter. Just do it.
No,
but there already charities that do that? Wouldn't that just be weird? Wouldn't that be the creepy thing you said about not doing earlier?
No,
because that'd be pretty creepy.
It'd be a nice thing to do. Just don't tell me to do it, you bossy bitch.
I mean, you want to build up fucking homeless packs with.
She's just being bossy and bad doing right now, I feel.
Homeless hampers.
Yeah, and handing them out, but don't hand it into shelters because they'll just fucking sell it.
I just walk around with tampons, just handing it to random people on the street.
Milady.
Mostly guys.
Mostly dudes. Just
you look like you're on the rag today.
Yeah, because I want to help the guys fulfill.
Oh my god, that would be amazing if a woman is really pissed off at you and you just hand her a tampon.
Oh my god, I gotta grab one. Oh my god, I gotta do that. That's fucking hilarious.
If you do that, if you do that to me, it's going in your whiskey.
Because I'll be drunk at the time.
I'm gonna go grab one of Kristen's tampons and do that.
That is exactly what you should do.
I'm gonna have it on standby. Whenever she gets mad, I'm just here you go.
It's okay, dear. I've got you covered.
Oh, no, she doesn't hear this because I'm definitely gonna do that. Anyway, how much of what you are watching and reading, listening to was made by women? Gender balance your bookcase.
No.
Depends what you enjoy, though.
How about I read and watch the things that I like?
Yeah.
Can't watch Angel. It's not Buffy.
I'll just straight up say it. I don't like female writing, typically. I don't like female writers.
There's one female comedian that we really like, and it's because she doesn't talk like a woman.
No, it's because she doesn't, like...
She just talks about life.
She doesn't talk about her vagina. That's why I like her.
All the time. Yeah. And she's pretty funny. I can't remember her name though.
Sarah Milligan.
Yeah, she's slightly older, bit chunky, but she's legitimately funny, and it's mostly because her humor is kind of surreal.
She's very self-deprecating, and I love it.
That too, and she does comedy like a man. What a cunt.
Yeah, I remember being in college and reading a bunch of female writers and
thinking, wow, these are so shit.
I'm thinking, really, like, I can tell the difference between a Jane Austen and a fucking Ernest Hemingway. There's like miles between them. You can tell, you can read the female in female writing, and I tend not to relate to that because I'm not a female. I mean, these are the same women who want to play. They don't want to play as male characters, in video games. They want to play as females because they relate to that. Well, I relate to men and I relate to male writing. So
yeah, and you're allowed to do that.
No, I don't like this endless, this constant prose, fucking colorful, emotional fucking bullshit. I want to the fucking point.
Yes,
I want to read. I want to read a book by the guy who fucking shot himself in the face.
Yeah,
that's what I want because he fucking hates everything.
I want a free gun with a book so I can finish the book the same.
I always thought that like there are some male writers I don't like for the same reason. Like I felt like James Joyce is like the most boring shit in the world, and I felt like he wrote kind of like a woman.
Ultimately, just read books that are good. I mean, the amount of there've always been a lot of writers who have pseudonyms that are the opposite sex because they want to appeal to those people, and it often works. They go, "Oh, this was written I mean, this is stupid people, obviously. Like, oh, it's written by a man. Well, it's written by a woman, so it must be good for me. And it's like, good for you. You're a fucking idiot. I like reading good books.
Most of the books that I come across that are related to women is usually like romantic love story ones.
His throbbing pens.
And I don't know. I'd rather read books about like secret cults and knights and fantasy wars and stuff like that.
It's weird that men like to write about things that men like. It's almost like we're not women. That couldn't be right. That doesn't make sense. It's almost
like the genders are different. Anyway.
Penis joke.
No, we're all equal, remember?
No, it's not that we're all equal. It's that we're all exactly the same. Even though women have tits. I mean, some men have tits. But, take a skinny person. Fuck off. I do.
Feeling proud of your balanced bookcase? Are women of color there? It's not enough. It's not. Number 22 isn't enough. Are there women of color there? Trans, queer, disabled women? I don't fucking know that are.
Poor women?
Poor women?
How many poor women put out books?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, no, that's actually a dumb question. Most of them are poor. Most
they weren't poor until they paid lots of money to put the book out, and no one fucking read it.
See previous comment. I like what I like. Fuck off.
Stop most making YouTube videos. If it has any fucking value, people might watch it.
Most authors are unsuccessful, and honestly, some of them do have value.
Cookie, why are all these women in your bookshelf?
Woman walks up to you. You read a lot of women.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a bookshelf full of women. Non-discriminatory. I got coloreds. I got trans, queers.
I got all the queers.
Cripples.
I especially like reading books by cripples because they wrote them all with a straw.
I swear to God,
I could have a book by a cripple. Fucking Stephen Hawking.
So many of these could be one.
He's dead now. Now I feel sad.
So many of these that are broken up into several different ones could just be one. This is like 22 and 23 are the same. 24, don't buy media that demeans women's experience. You could fit that into 21 or 22. It's not enough to oppose those things. You have to actively make them unmarketable. No, fuck you.
Valorizes violence against women.
Don't buy media that demeans women's experiences. The amount of books that I see, like, child abuse books, which are written by women.
How is violence against women ever depicted as
violence against women? How do you quickly and easily show that this person is a bad guy? He could kill a bunch of men. He could very well be the hero. He hits one singular woman, baddie.
You're right. You have to name something at that point. The burden of proof is on you now.
Oh God, what a great name.
Adam Marigold says, binders full of women on my shelf.
Marigold, Mangold.
Sorry, Mangold. Wait, is that just
binders?
Piss?
Yeah.
Mangold is piss.
I like my Mangold.
Oh, this is such garbage. Pay attention. Again, we're still on this. This may as well be the same bullet point. This does not have to be 100 things long list.
Yeah,
pay
but
attention
I'm
to stories.
And I think I'm clever.
Pay attention to stories with nuanced female characters.
I just realised, aren't both of these things apparently under Vice? So someone who works for Vice in a different section wrote a different article about this article. What's the absolute fuck?
It's an advertisement for the article, yeah.
Jeez, I mean, we came. It worked. Fuck.
It worked.
How stupid are these? Hey guys, look at this shit. That's what they should do. It wouldn't be that hard to write content taking the piss out of their own content, and it could everything just lead into itself. And there'd be a lot of people who'd be like, "Wow, this is amazing. Fuck those guys." And you'd be like, "Yeah, but you're still reading Vice."
Pay attention to stories with nuanced female characters. It'll be interesting because male characters are not interesting.
Also, yeah, I like
books.
About that one. Well, we do care about that one because we both like The Witcher 3, which has a nuanced female character that we both really like. You particularly want to fuck her.
If a female character... Listen, here's the thing. If a female character is genuinely nuanced, I'm going to notice it regardless of their gender. I'm going to pay attention to it. So nuance your fucking female characters. And 25 is
write books with good female characters. And
you're right. I thought... Theory, Yennefer... Actually, all the female characters are great in The Witcher.
A lot of them are a little bit better than Geralt.
I think
all of them are better than Geralt. Yes, I know.
All of the main ones are.
Yeah.
Yennefer, whoever the witch is, I forget her name. The one who lives in the cabin.
Trish.
No, not Trish.
You mean the other one that you can fuck?
The blonde one. Yeah. She's badass.
Geralt gets around.
Yeah, I mean, if you get her through to the end of the game,
womanized.
if you get her through to the end of the game, she showed. Well, not the end of the game, halfway through, but whatever. Yeah, she's badass. All the women in that game. I don't like Trish.
Trish is annoying.
There's not a lot of guys in that game who aren't witches who are badass.
Yeah.
In fact, even there's the guy who's fighting the war.
Kira Metz. Yeah, Kira Metz. I would argue that the male characters take a backseat to the female characters in this.
In terms of pure power, the women...
I think especially to Yennefer, though.
But they're also interesting.
She's basically one of the main characters.
They have distinct personalities that are, like you said, like nuanced. There's a lot of depth to the characters. So, of course, they still trash it as sexist because they're hot and they get naked. So anyway,
women are not allowed to be attractive.
Yeah, they're not in Berkeley.
And of course, if you had the infinite power of time and space, you definitely wouldn't make yourself feel better by making yourself look good. That wouldn't happen. Because...
just most depth and complexity is given to the female characters in that game, and yet, it's still toxic, right? Yeah, so move along. If you read stories to a child, swap the genders. How do you feel about that?
What, swap the child's gender?
Okay, well, I know you like being a boy, but I'm gonna have to take this sword to your bits. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, we're reading.
Sorry,
we're reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Story time means no penis. Sorry.
Watch women's sports and just call it sports, and then
wait, we're not done.
Sorry.
Swap the genders.
All right, I'm going to leave you to it while I go for a week
Okay, fine. It's swap the genders of the characters in the story. Obviously, how difficult would that be?
I don't know. The books that I read to my girls are very varied. Anyway. They're like mainly about animals mostly. Like, here's John the Goose, and then there's like Peppa Pig, and things like that. They're all animal based.
There's not enough to 26. 26 doesn't explain any more like how that would work, because honestly, that's not always going to favor the woman. Is that like a lesson?
Johnny Hellcat, swap all the genders.
How difficult would that be? That would be difficult.
So it means while you're reading a book, you have to like refer to the other characters as a different gender.
Probably change the name.
Oh, but that'd be really difficult because you have to concentrate while you're reading to make sure you get your he's, she's, his's, and hims and everything like that.
Maybe it's to teach your kid gender confusion because you're going to be stumbling over it.
Because they'd be looking at the pictures, going, "Well, that's a girl," and you keep calling him he.
No, just because you're just going to be going, and then she said, she...
Yeah, exactly.
And then, Crystal put her penis
How to get your child not interested in books.
And then Crystal took off her shirt and started cutting wood. That's a stupid-ass exercise that nobody should do, disregarding that advice. Watch women's sports and just call it sports.
No.
No, because they're bad at it.
And also, I don't watch men's sports. Why the fuck would I watch worse versions of it?
Oh, women's sports are really violent, though. The proper, like, really
Only
nasty.
if you're playing against them. Holy fucking shit.
Women are vicious fighters, though. They have no sportsmanship whatsoever.
Yeah.
Field hockey at school. It's great fun with the boys, with the lads. Never got my shins smacked in even once. The instant we played mixed, holy shit, I've never been more beaten up in my entire life. and having 3 women run at me and smash me in the legs with sticks.
Yeah, there's fucking rules, lady. There's rules.
I don't even know if it was on purpose or just incompetence, but it still fucking hurt.
There are women who thought they could play it. They play the sport specifically to let out their aggressions on and go overboard. Anyway, women's sports is garbage, and it's women's sports for a reason.
Sports is garbage. There we go.
Anyway,
is it Bloodborne? No.
No, it's not Bloodborne. Yeah,
Exactly.
women.
So shut the fuck
I have a
up.
female character in Bloodborne, so that's.
If a woman was good at Bloodborne, I'd watch that instead.
My female character is good at Bloodborne, but only because she's controlled by me. Anyway, withdraw your support from sports clubs, institutions, and companies that protect and employ rapists and abusers. What? Okay. If I know,
where's the
that
word
they do.
alleged in there?
I mean, if I know for a fact
not
that they
always.
do that, I guess.
But if they are,
if they get convicted as a rapist,
although to be fair, I didn't
What
support
company?
them in the first place, so I win.
What company does that, though?
no, they don't. They always say we do not adhere to this.
It's amazing how quickly a company will drop a person if that
that's what
person makes them look bad.
Just the accusation will get you fired,
Yeah.
so I don't know what company this is.
Which moves into number 29. Stop raving about Woody Allen. I don't care if he shits gold. Find a non-accused abuser to fanboy over. Accused.
You can accuse anybody, though.
I don't like
Ed Indro is a faggot. I have accused him of that now. Stop watching.
I feel like I have to fuck men now.
It's weird
make
sort of
that-
like tingly feeling.
I feel like I need to.
I need to live up to my accused.
Separate the art from the artist, and fucking mind your own business, you cow. Anyway, number
You don't
30.
get to tell me what I do and don't like.
How is that not bossy? You badgering bitch. You irrational badgering bossy drama queen. Anyway,
Oh god, number 30 makes me want to puke.
it's General Leia, not Princess. The Doctor has a companion, not an assistant.
No one says that.
Well, because they're called companions in the
Yeah,
show.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Dr. Bartlett, not Mrs. Madam First Lady.
What?
Oh, what is that from?
What?
I don't know what that one is.
Who? No one cares. Shut up. Cast women in parts written for men.
Don't they say Princess Leia in the actual Star Wars?
Yeah, but she's
she
General
is Princess
now.
Leia, and it's not General Leia, it's General Organa, you fucking noob.
General
Fuck you.
Organa.
Goddamn
Disrespecting the
casual.
military, protocol there, you cunt.
I don't even
I'll
like
call him.
Star Wars that much, and I know it's fucking General Organa. So.
I'll call him whatever I want. Anyway, 31. Cast women in parts written for men. No, that doesn't make sense.
She fucked her with her massive throbbing penis.
We know how to rule kingdoms, go to war, be not to be, and wait for Godot.
Yeah, but don't you always bang about like there was a female pharaoh, and they go, oh, that was the one who didn't have any wars and was all woman about it.
Oh, are you pointing out a double standard? Is that what you're saying, that this woman has a double standard? That's impossible, because number 9 says never ever do double standards.
Pay for
I think
porn.
you must be crazy. Yeah, pay for porn.
I do. It's called advertising.
Yeah, there you go. It's problem solved. On to 33.
I really don't fucking get that. Pay for
Well,
porn.
paying for porn would help.
Someone pays for it. If it's free,
That would-
it's not free. They're not like doing it for no compensation. You.
Oh, that
fucking
also
Oh,
paying-
the porn, like the porn star gets paid to make the porn.
Yeah, they get a flat rate. So paying for porn would only help the
Well,
majority.
I mean, even if it's amateur stuff, if they're putting it on a website, it works basically like YouTube. They
Paying
get
for
ad
porn.
revenue.
Paying for porn would only help the men who make it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, whatever. I mean, so okay, fine. I'll pay for porn. I'll help men out. Anyway, 33. Recognize that sex work is work. Can't argue with that. It's in the term.
It's the oldest job in the universe.
Be an advocate for and ally to sex workers without speaking for them.
I don't know how you would ever fucking do that, unless you do nothing to help them. Because everything you do
how can you
is
support,
speaking of a form.
how can you help them without speaking for their cause?
I don't speak whore.
I don't speak for them, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they can talk. I don't have a big problem with that, honestly, because
like I don't have a problem with that, but the way it's put is stupid, and that's the problem.
It's presumptuous. The whole thing is presumptuous. But like, yeah, I'm one of those prostitution should be legal, all that. So I'm with
Share political hot takes from women as well as men. They might not be as widely accessible, so look for them.
They're all over the place, and you can do it easily.
I've seen more hot takes from women, and then I'm going, that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I'm a noob here. What the hell is a hot take? Because it just sounds like a porn thing to me.
It's literally, when you're on Twitter and someone says something really stupid, that's probably a hot take.
Right.
It just... I love the fact that people at Broadly think that it's a smart thing to say.
You mean like when Ed Balls put Ed Balls into Twitter?
That's not a hot take. A hot take is an opinion on something, and it's usually a fucking stupid opinion.
Right. Okay.
And it's either from the left. It's usually extreme. So it'll be far left or it'll be far right, and it's dumb. And so being pleased of having a hot take is just poor. God damn. The only hot takes that are good are when it's legitimately supposed to be funny, but that's not really a hot take. That's just taking the piss. God damn. It's like they don't even know they're a joke. And Ed's died. Is he gone? I think he's gone. That son of a whore.
Oh well, carry on.
Well, yeah, let's carry on. Blah, 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 blah. Understand that it was never about ethics in journalism. All right, so that's a Gamergate reference.
Deep breath.
1% of every fucking thing, tweet or whatever you want about Gamergate, 1% could be considered harassment. 1%. So 99% of people using the hashtag or whatever, were talking about ethics in journalism. But that's not good enough because some people are assholes. Fuck off. It's as simple as that. Fuck off. Right. Speak less in meetings today to make space for your women colleagues to share their thoughts. If you're leading the meeting, make sure women are being heard as much as men.
Yeah, you would do that anyway.
Well,
if you wanted to be a good leader, you would do that.
Where are we at? Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, I muted on the microphone.
The last one was understand that it was never about ethics in journalism, which is dumb.
What number is that?
That's number 35.
Well, it was.
I
was there.
The major fucking thing is that even if you... Yeah, there was harassment involved. There was. That's a fact. That's true. I don't dispute that. Involved. But if it's 1% of the entire fucking thing of people using the Gamergate hashtag or whatever, and 99% aren't that, maybe you should shut up and fuck off.
Feminism was never about hating men.
Never. But I'm still going to take...
Yeah, whatever. That's ridiculous. Well, it was obviously like if you were there, it was. You weren't there though. You just read about it in a feminist headline somewhere. So,
if you're having other people's opinions, then yes, you're right. Other people's opinions are always the most true.
Yeah.
Then we got to 36. Speak less in meetings today to make space for your women colleagues to share their thoughts. If you are leading the meeting, make sure women are being heard as much as men.
All right, treat them like children. Got it.
Yeah, and if there's one woman, make sure she has to constantly come up with ideas. She sat there like, shit, he's called on me again because there's 7 men here and one of me. Fucking hell, can you please stop?
That was a good point. Now, 37. If a woman makes a good point, say that was a good point. Don't repeat your point and take credit for it. Like, what fucking... It sounds like she is surrounded by assholes, right? Like, maybe that's it. Maybe it's the men in her life.
I think it's women who keep taking her points.
If I ever came up with a good idea and you just went, "Oh, I've just come up with a great idea," and just repeat the same thing I just said, I'd be like, "What the fuck, you asshole!"
I like also.
I would do that as a joke.
I know you would do it as a joke, but
because it'd be hilarious.
Like, why would anybody put up with that person?
No, you don't put up with people who fucking act like that unless it's hilarious. Right.
So the article that we originally clicked on, that was a summary of this. That was a woman taking your points, and
oh shit,
she didn't take credit for it, so that's not fair. Anyway, 38. Promote women. Their leadership styles may be different than yours. That's probably a good thing.
Well, I've got my business that I own and I run and I have the decisions made. I'm just going to fucking promote a woman over me. And if it burns it to the ground, well, at least I tried.
First of all, promotion doesn't mean leadership. No, second of all,
if they prove themselves worthy, then yeah.
If she's a good leader, she gets a leadership role. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not actually hard to promote leaders. You just promote the leaders in your organization.
And if there
are no women who are taking leadership roles, because maybe they don't fucking want to. Because you know what? Being a leader is terrible.
Well, my sister she was on about her manager maybe leaving soon to a different part of the hospital trust, and my dad was like, "Oh, why don't you take that job?" And my sister just looked at him and went, "No, it's way too stressful.
I don't want that fucking much work." I mean, she's a cunt, but she's doing the job I didn't want to do, so I've got that much respect for her.
Recruit women on the same salary as men, even if they don't ask for it. Let's unpack this one.
Capable of earning it.
Let's unpack this one. So what does that mean? Because men don't make the same salary because negotiation is a thing, right?
Yeah.
So in an environment where the pay is salaried and you make different amounts of money based on negotiation, men don't make the same. If you actually take this shit and you fucking throw it out there and say this is what everybody makes, you'll realize that men are making not the same as their male counterparts, depending on experience, negotiating skills, whatever.
Their negotiation.
So even if they, so what do you do? What do you do then when you realize that that's how it goes? Do you recruit women on the same salary as what, the top earner, the highest salary? Earner?
Because that might be less than she's fucking gonna get.
Yeah.
If she
this isn't a thing you can do. This isn't a thing you can do. They do that. They come and they give you an offer letter that has the base salary. Right?
But didn't you do that video where there was the chick and the guy?
Oh yeah.
It was it was you. And
I don't know, this is just
they were like, I'm a graphic designer and I do this, and she's like, I'm a graphic designer and I do this, and there's like, oh, you're a man, you're probably earning more than me, and then she earned like 20 grand more than him or something ridiculous.
And then they
like
tried to spin it back around. They were like,
they talked about how men earn more than women. And you're like, are you taking the piss?
Yeah, you fucking idiot. You work for different companies, number one.
Yeah.
Completely different companies.
It's
some of those were completely different jobs.
This is just from like a personal experience thing, though. Like, I am shit at haggling. I can't do it whatsoever. I can't keep up with it. But you're pretty good at it. Maybe this is just like a personal experience thing. I don't know if women are just shit at haggling, so they just settle with what they...
The person who taught me to haggle was my mother, because I bought a necklace while we were on holiday that I really liked, because it was a yin-yang, and I was a faggot. And she said, how much did you pay for that? And I said, I paid this much. And she said, was that how much he asked for it? And I said, yeah. And she said, you fucking idiot. And she took me back there, and she got some money off of him. So it's bullshit. It's almost as if different people are different. My mum
Your mum is very business minded, though.
My mum, it irritates me because my mum is sort of indoctrinated into the mindset, but she must know that she isn't like other women, because she doesn't like other women. They're annoying.
My friend is a graphic designer, a web designer, and he had I showed him that video, and he fucking flipped his shit when she was like,
40,000.
Well, it was the one who made less, the one where the woman did actually make less. But he was like, "Yeah, I'm a web designer. I design websites for blah blah blah." And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm a print designer. I design blah blah blah." And he's like, "How is that even fucking close to the same job? If she was a print designer and he was a web designer and she made more money, I'd be like, fuck that shit. Give me some. I'm being ripped off here, dude."
Well, web design and print design. Web design is 2 jobs compared to print design.
Yeah. So
it's
just not the same job. It's just not the same job.
I mean, ultimately, I am a terrible coder, and I comprehend how. I mean, I can use a WYSIWYG to make a website, a functional website, but to make a good one, wow.
Yeah,
just not the same fucking thing.
Yeah. I dabbled to myself. It takes a lot of vision, and when
you have to be good at the arty bit as well.
Yeah, it's a unique talent, honestly.
Or you have to be very, very skilled at going to the right websites and getting the right bit of code.
Print designer is just like, why not just give it to the graphic designer and say, here's some easy work while you're working on that website, take a break, work on the print, because I don't even understand why it's 2 separate jobs, but anyway, whatever.
I mean, having someone who's focused on a particular skill is a good idea.
Sure. But I mean, still,
but it's not just the same value.
I just feel like it's something that a web designer could do in their sleep. Anyway, moving on. Where are we?
We are on 40 according to a woman, so I don't trust her. Let's check.
It's going to be the longest stream we ever did. Open doors for women with caring responsibilities by offering flexible employment contracts.
I am not opening doors for anyone anymore.
They already do that, though.
No one fucking says cheers. They just look at you like you're scum.
Like down at the school, all the mums down at the school are working mums, and they have flexible hours because they have to go pick up their kids.
Yeah, obviously that's already a thing. So let's move on. No company doesn't do this.
Everybody does.
If they refuse to do it, then you can sue them. All right.
And
41.
On the other side, if you're starting a job and you're expected to do certain things, and then you're like, actually, I've had a kid now, and I think you should just let me do whatever I want. Okay, well, you're going to have less responsibilities. Sorry, that's how it works. Fuck
well, if you say it that way, it's like, okay, well, you're fired then.
You're fired from your current job. We will keep you for another, which is often what happens, which is really fucking fair.
Oh, dude, that was also in the video. There was a woman who had been out of the industry for a while to raise her kids versus some young dude who didn't leave.
Who had been working his ass off all this time.
And she's like, I came back, and it was just like, I'm not making enough money, and it's so sad.
It wasn't as much money.
It's like, of course you're not making enough money. You haven't been doing fuck all for like 3 years. What do you think? How do you think this works? If you had been in the position for 3 years, if you had decided to be a working mother, if you decided just to take the maternity leave and keep the job and go back, you'd have more money today. Idiot.
Open doors. The door's going back down to the basement. I would have said the door's going into the kitchen.
You make your fucking life choices. Do you want to fucking be a stay-at-home mom, or do you want to work?
It's okay to not earn everything.
Yeah, it's okay not to have not all the money in the world. It's like what we're trying to tell the AAA games. That
I was gonna say.
Yeah. It's okay to not
I like
have
fucking
all of
Jim
it.
Sterling, because his main point is, it's okay to make games that don't make all the money. Just make a game that some people buy. You'll still make money. Fuck me. And that's why everybody hates EA, because they go, you didn't sell 50 million copies.
I love that we're talking about video games. This is a big selling point.
It starts getting tedious, isn't it?
Big selling point for God of War, though. Big selling point for God of War. It does everything correct, and there's no microtransactions, none of that. The only thing it doesn't do right is that there's no new game plus, because they didn't have time to put in a new game plus, and they
might patch it in eventually.
They fucking better.
Anyway, I want to play it again without having to start a new game like some sort of fucking peasant.
I worked really hard for this fucking high-level armor, and now I have nothing to use it on. Anyway, if you meet a man and woman at work, do not assume the man is superior for literally no reason. Okay, gotcha. I won't. Right, moving on.
I already don't do that, so it's okay.
When you meet a man at a job of fucking with a penis, do not assume that the man is superior to the woman at the fucking with the penis job.
You never know. You just stick a strap on to a girl, and she might be able to do.
Yeah, but a strap-on is not a penis.
That's true. Technicality, you're right.
Yeah.
42, meaning of life. If you're wrongly assumed to be more experienced than a woman colleague, correct the person and pass the platform to the woman who knows more. Clearly, you don't understand business. If I am wrongly assumed to be more experienced than anybody, I am throwing them under the bus. I'm taking the job and the money.
Okay,
and you can
to be
fuck
fair,
yourself.
though,
yeah, this was your fault. You shouldn't have trusted me.
on the other end of that, it's actually like my brother put himself in the position of a job that he wasn't happy with and really wasn't happy with.
Yeah,
and he should have done that. Like, he should have gone, actually, you know what? That person's more qualified. I'm happy doing this. I mean, even yourself, you're happy doing this job. And if someone says, hey, you could probably do that, you go, yeah, but I don't fucking want to.
Yeah. That's different, though. I mean, honestly...
if you want to do it and you get given the chance to do it. If you fuck off and die.
There are jobs just filled with lesser experienced people, and there are people who just trick their ways into high positions, and that is part of the nature of business. It's just the way it is. It's money. Exactly. Which cult? It's money. That's what it is. You can't fix that. Sorry, lady. If you want to be in the corporate environment, you're gonna have to deal with how cutthroat it is.
What if you're correcting a woman?
I like these next ones going down. These ones are really
Make
tedious.
a round of tea for the office. No,
what does that have to do with women?
No, you don't like tea. Why would you make it if you don't like it?
God, the amount of tea. As someone who doesn't like hot beverages, I have made more fucking drinks than...
What the you fuck make me tea all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because it's assumed that women are going to make a round of tea for the office.
How about make this a list for women? Stop making tea for the office.
Yeah, make your own fucking tea like everybody else does.
Make your own tea.
Nobody's going to say no to your tea if they want the tea.
And why? Okay, if you're a woman and you're making tea for the entire office, are you doing that out of obligation, or are you doing that because you want people to like you? You're doing it because you want people to like you, aren't you? Fuck off.
Yeah. So, I don't care.
44,
enough.
Wash it up.
Wash up your asshole.
Wash your ass.
Remember, wash your asshole.
Okay. I guess that means wash the dishes and clean whatever.
Wash the cups.
Moving on. Wash the cups. Yeah.
Ooh, challenging for a woman.
No, they have custodians. No, they don't wash dishes. They don't do anything. Anyway,
anyway, here's the thing. Over here, at the very least, we have something we call tea boys, which are
do you have tea boys?
Trying to get into an office position, but we don't really want to pay them, and we don't really want to give them any responsibilities.
Interns.
We make them make the tea.
There you go.
If you're an intern of any description, male or female, expect to make hot beverages. If you think you're above that, maybe you should have more fucking experience.
That's what you're here for, so suck it up and do the shit work.
If you think men should be doing that instead of you, well, you're
where
not
I
going to
work,
make it very far, are you?
Yeah, dude, where I work, we just make our own shit and wash our own shit, so it's easy.
There's a lot of shit in our office.
There's a lot of shit. We make it and then we wash it up. What is it? Where are we now? If you find you're only interviewing men for a role, rewrite the job listing. This is brilliant. Rewrite the job listing so that it's more welcoming to women. Now, you are asking for trouble.
Write it in glittery pink pen.
Right? Yeah. Hearts on the eyes. Right?
We want a programmer for C# who can do web design.
Wrong. You have to say... You have to leave out the programming part. Women don't want to do that. Yeah, you have to leave out the programming part. Women don't want to do that. You just have to say...
Why don't you just be a blank piece of paper that says job?
Free money for lazy, work-shy cunt.
Job for money.
Job for money, exactly.
Oh, God damn it.
Tea maker needed.
Women, please interview. Women, please interview. We're trying to meet a quota.
Quota filler needed.
Make sure you have women on your interview panel.
Doesn't really fucking matter. You're just here for a quota. If you can do the job, you'll probably get paid more.
This is so degrading to women. That's
know,
what's
right?
the funniest thing to me is that this list is so anti-woman. Tell female colleagues.
Edhead from Mr. Osso 805 with money, so I had to say it.
That. Don't be that.
We've already been doing it. We've been doing it for ages.
I don't even know what it means.
That's my main problem. If it made sense and was funny.
Yeah.
But thanks for the money.
How much are you drinking? God damn, I keep hearing you.
I know, it keeps going through it like
all of it.
You said you were getting better.
In a desert. He's getting in as much as he can.
Actually, to be fair, I've only got like a little tiny bottle of whiskey, so it's pretty good. It was way overpriced, and I had to go a long way to find it because Amazon Prime now wasn't going to deliver soon enough. The bastards.
Make sure you have women on your interview panel. That's case by case. I'm not a
like, what if you?
So we've only got the janitor.
We've only got the
one. That's the thing.
Well, then you need to rewrite your job
That
listing.
means you got to get your girlfriend on it who knows nothing about your business.
Yeah, my girlfriend. She's gonna vet you.
She's gonna interview you. She'll be like,
Tell female colleagues what your salary is, and when they go, "Oh shit, I'm earning way more than him, and I do half the work."
Dude, that's a bad
That's
idea.
none of their fucking business.
That is such a bad idea.
The thing that makes me laugh about the whole, let's show. I am genuinely convinced that when any company that introduces, let's tell people all the things, the differences in salary, when every single time, at least somewhat intelligent people, like with the BBC showing what people earn, and every single time anybody with a fucking brain has gone, okay, so you've got some woman that I've never fucking heard of, and Chris Tarrant, or who's the TFI Friday guy, the ginger one.
Why are you looking at me?
Sorry, I was distracted. I was reading the chat. It's pretty funny.
But you know,
Alex says, I worked on an oil rig, and you will almost never see a woman. They just want cushiony office positions. Yeah. Well, I mean, like that's the thing. The oil rig is not the kind of job that this chick is thinking about.
I mean, that is the thing. Women, they
don't acknowledge those jobs.
There's very few women who want to work in the sewers, and that's fine. It's okay.
There's very few men who want to, but we do things because we have to.
But men will do things to earn more money because men are good at going, okay, here's a job, I will do it, and I will focus on this one thing. Women are good at focusing on lives and organising existence.
My mum was saying to me, like, she works because she likes working. She doesn't really care about the money. Whereas, like, someone like my dad would say he would try and get a better job to get more money.
It's okay. It's okay that women and men are different. Fuck me. Please, women.
Please, women, fuck me.
Wait, a globe Earth? Do you assume it's roundness? I'm assuming that's roundness.
Roundness, yeah.
This is we're definitely talking about the flat Earth here.
Do not assume roundness.
Are you assuming my roundness? Shit, that's actually quite good.
Do you notice how again, this is all breaking down to women in the workplace, which means it's all one thing. Roundness, but there's like 10 of them. Don't tell anybody what your salary is. That causes problems.
No, because either you're going to find they're going to look at you and go, and you're going to be like, shit, you earn more.
Well, yeah, you know what?
I have twice as hard as you. Fuck you.
I have some experience with that. And it turns out the men are pitted against each other because none of them make the same amount of money. It's fucking, the whole narrative is fucking bullshit.
It's gauche to tell people, especially if you are reasonably aware that you're earning more than the average for your position.
Yep.
It's just you going, I'm shit.
Anyway,
make sure there's childcare at your events. Not at your work. I didn't even know that.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Like Christmas parties and shit. I don't know.
So that people with children can turn up and they
And
don't have to
abandon their
pay
children.
for childcare. Unlike the men who turn up, who should bring their kids. What?
My workplace. There's no kids at our workplace ever.
Ultimately, like, if you have kids and you don't have a husband or a partner of some description or childcare because you're earning
Work
enough
event,
to pay for
maybe
fucking
work
childcare.
event, maybe work events aren't that important for you. Maybe you should be at home.
To be fair, if you were single and you had your kids, I don't know, you earned enough money, you could send them to fucking boarding school. So,
this is so boring because it's about kids. I don't care. Move on.
Don't schedule breakfast meetings during the school run.
What?
But that's when breakfast is.
But yeah, that's
But
breakfast is before the school run.
I don't know what this means. What's the school run?
Okay, so children go to this place called school. You may recall it from the years when you were more of a tosser.
Okay, so don't schedule breakfast meetings during whenever people are taking their kids to school or bringing them back.
Or eating breakfast.
Yeah, but lots
Who
of
the fuck organises breakfast meet? If you work for a company that organises breakfast meetings, burn it down.
You might be a journalist. You might be a blogger. Yeah.
But, like, if your business business hours from 8 o'clock in the morning, you have to get into work for 8 because there's a breakfast meeting.
I hate where this
you
one
start
works.
then anyway.
And you start then anyway. You're gonna have to, yeah.
I just hate where this woman works because all of these things clearly apply to her. No, just schedule meetings for when people are at work.
If you manage a team, make sure that your employees know that you recognise period pain and cystitis as a legitimate reason for a sick day.
Hi everyone.
Lazy fucking.
Hi everyone. I just wanted to let you know that I'm period
hungover.
pain is real. Hashtag period pain is real.
I just want you all to know that I understand that period pain is real.
Get
into fucking work on time or you're sacked.
Just to let you know, men can get cystitis too.
Yeah, men can get cystitis. Also, just know, hangovers are real.
Hangovers are real. They really are. Yeah, it's a legitimate reason for a sick day, but you know what? Where I work, I don't give reasons for my sick days. I take my sick days.
Yeah.
I just say I'm sick.
You actually don't. You have as many sick days as you get. If you've used all your sick days going, oh yeah, I've got period pain today, I'm going shopping, and then you actually have period pain and you've run out of sick days, oh shit, you don't get paid today. Well done.
You get unpaid time, whatever. Just follow the fucking whatever.
Follow the rules.
I don't know if there's any organizations where like, what, you have period pain? Let's talk about this in detail because I believe that's.
I want to listen to your period pain.
Nobody does that.
Show me.
Nobody did. They're like, oh, you want to take a sick day? You have time? Okay, we'll give you some paid time off, whatever.
If you have a strict boss or mum or teacher who is a woman, she is not a bitch.
What if she is a bitch? What if
she's
she
a
is?
total bitch.
Yeah. Strict isn't.
Here's the thing. I know lots of women who aren't fucking bitches.
Yeah.
They're lovely. They act like
no.
men.
Don't say.
If you have a strict mum who is a woman,
they're great architects. They're not lovely. They're good architects.
I didn't notice that. If you have a strict mum who is a woman, fuck. Shit. No, that's transphobic. Stop it.
Sorry.
My dad was very strict. I always thought he was an asshole. Anyway, moving on.
Strict people are kind of twats.
Yeah, I mean, strict is okay, whatever. It's not necessarily, but I mean, if they're a bitch, they're a bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, expect
it's okay
a woman
to notice that people are bitches.
Yeah. Strict isn't necessarily a bad thing, I guess.
I'm a pretty strict parent.
Strict but fair, right?
I try to be, apart from the random Hadokens to the face.
Yeah, but sometimes they do. Sometimes bosses. In fact, I have a male boss who I don't work under anymore, but I had a male boss who was strict and unfair and was a cunt. Yes. Anyway, so like
it's almost as if it's person to person rather than
it's the unfair factor. If you're being unfair, if you're being reasonable, then yeah. You're a problem, and then you might get fired because somebody said something. Oops. Anyway, number 52. Oh wait, you got a super chat.
Another 5 because great content. Thank you. I mean, I know.
I think
maybe a live discussion sometimes with some crazy conspiracy people would enjoy that. Huh? That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, you gotta avoid debate.
You gotta get them first. Though.
I wouldn't want to debate. I just want someone to come on, and I think me and you and like them and one of their mates would probably be pretty entertaining.
We don't want to debate. We want an argument.
Yeah. We want to sit there calling them cunts and then randomly blocking.
Yeah, we want to fight. We want a kumite between us and
more like a cunt day.
We want basically what we did with Amy McDowell. If you have expect a woman to do the stuff that's in her job description. Here is again, she does not understand jobs.
Not the other miscellaneous shit you don't know how to do yourself. I'm a man. I know how to do literally everything. I just can't.
The last part's presumptuous, but what she's expectly saying, she's basically saying that she's the kind of person who says, "That's not in my job description." Tough shit, bitch. We need somebody to clean this.
Fuck off. My stepdad worked at this company, and they hired mainly children and women. And he was supposed to be
chimney sweeps.
He was supposed to be the DJ at this place, and he went around cleaning. He was looking after. He was doing all the other jobs, and he just did it because he felt like he wanted to be a part of the company.
Yeah, you pick up the slack. And honestly,
people.
The funny thing is too is that what's not a part of my job description? Getting tea for everybody in the fucking office.
Yeah, don't do it.
So shut up.
And
Shut your fucking mouth.
Bitch.
The thing is, if you do your job as based on what you signed, and you get fired for not doing things that weren't in what you signed, you can sue the fuck out of them. It's actually kind of amazing.
This list is triggering me with the company shit because it's basically just women going, "I don't know how jobs work."
I do not know how to job.
This is so fucking stupid.
Refuse to speak on an all-male panel, especially if it's on a gay porn thing.
I'm not going to be on a panel ever, but no. I mean, if I want to do it, I'll do it.
Oh, God.
In a Q&A session,
I'm just
only
worried.
Put your hand up.
Go
ahead.
Just the concept, like with my explosion in popularity recently. There's a little... oh, fuck off. There's a little bit of me that worries about people asking me to... No, to be fair, people have fucking started contacting me and saying, "Oh, do you want to read... I can give you access..." Like, people from universities are offering to give me access to papers. And
so you'd have to go through paywalls.
So some of it's like, I like the idea of that, and the other thing is like, oh God, you're going to make me read. And it's that's not too many steps away from someone going, "Hey, you should speak at this thing in some random place," and I'm like, "Oh God, I really wouldn't want to." That sounds terrible.
In a Q&A session, only put your hand up if you have a question. Others didn't attend to listen to you. Only if you're a man, though. So that's,
yeah. I like the idea. You're the person.
Who's supposed to be
we have to assume that this applies to men only.
Questions instead.
Yeah.
Also,
the context of I agree with that, but it's also like you have to assume that it
you have a really good question and no one fucking asks it. But I am a man.
You have to assume that it has to do with men. So it's like, well, fucking women do this all the time. If you ever watch like a Q&A session after
I just like the idea that it would be a Q&A session, and you're only supposed to answer anything with a question. You're not allowed to answer anything
with an answer.
So you'd be like, "Oh, so what do you think of this?" And you go, "What do you think of this?"
Yeah, but like seriously, like the fucking female feminist who stands up and goes, "I think you're transphobic." Yeah, nobody wants to listen to you. Like that applies.
And that wasn't a fucking question.
Yeah, it wasn't a fucking question. Like they do that all the fucking time. Women.
Why do you hate women? At least it was a question.
I hate women. Some of them like to. Yeah, some of them like to twist it around. Yeah. Well, why do you hate black people?
It's because of all the steel.
Getting riled up. If you have friends or family members who use slurs or discriminate against trans or non-binary people, sit them down and explain why they must stop. It goes for cis women too. Well, then you shouldn't have put it on the list.
Do you know what I do? If I'm around people that say shit that I'm like, holy shit, dude, I don't hang out with them anymore. I just leave them fucking to it.
What if you have a family member who's like an old person who's racist?
Oh, I just take the piss out of them.
Oh,
I try and make them look as stupid as possible.
It's like my grandma. My grandma, she was saying...
Wait, isn't that what I do on YouTube? Shit.
But I think it's reasonable to ignore it.
My grandma has a lot of Asians around her area, because they keep buying up the houses and stuff. And she just started like using racial slurs, and I was just like, oh, for the love of God. And she just does it so casually, and I'm like, she's so out of touch.
Those packies.
And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! Look,
yeah, like she's old. Whatever. She's gonna die soon. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that you can.
Thanks.
I mean, fingers crossed.
It's a fact of life. I don't mean to mansplain to you, but everybody dies. Yeah. So like, let old people have their you leave old people alone. They're not going to change. If they're racist, just look at the funny old person.
The people offering me access are hoping I will do work like Potholer 54. I like both sides. I'm terrible, so that isn't going to fucking happen. I wish I was anywhere near his town. He fucking used to work for the BBC. He's a fucking correspondent. He's someone who travelled around the world being a reporter. And I am a fucking moron who makes dick jokes. Not quite in the same thing. Not quite comparable. Stop it. Sorry. But thank you for the compliment, essentially.
Look at this.
God,
look at this.
One.
The next one is the same.
Go. Oh, the next one is exactly the same, isn't it?
This is only a list of 99 things, you fucking liar.
I got 99 pointless things, and all of them are basically the same. Maybe
a man should have edited this. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, it would have been one sentence. It would have been, don't have double standards.
Don't have double standards.
Yeah, it would be number 9. Don't maintain double standards for anything.
I'm pro double standard anyway, because men and women are different. So number 57 is if you see a woman with their hands up, I love
shoot them. Shoot them immediately.
She says if you see a woman with their hands up, not her, with their hands up, put yours down. This can be taken as a metaphor for a lot of things. Think about it. No, I'm not thinking about it. Raising a feminist. I refuse to change. Raising a feminist daughter means she's going to disagree with you.
Okay.
And probably be right. Probably be right.
I'm going to raise a daughter, 2 daughters, in fact, who have the ability to think. They're probably going to be better arguers than
I like that too.
Daughter.
It's predicated on the idea that you're deliberately raising a feminist daughter, and if that's the case, then I like this sentence. She's going to disagree with you because feminism is not coherent. They never agree on anything. But the probably be right is like, no, probably not. They're kids. They don't know shit.
Apparently, I should get very nearly viral on the next to roast you, I think, on getting your girlfriend to move from the US to a bunk bed. I could have gotten that wrong, but it is object of hate, so I'm pretty sure that's right.
To roast Roy, yeah, because they got a bunk bed.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Well, that's not really what's going to happen, though. She's going to move. I don't know. I think she's going to go there for a little while, and they're both going to move to the U.S. I don't know how it works. But speaking of that, it is Roy's birthday, and in about
today or
today.
It is tomorrow here. We are at 49 minutes past.
I don't know.
And this is the country he is in. So if it's tomorrow, then it's now.
In about an hour and a half, they're going to
Happy birthday, Roy.
They're going to do a birthday stream.
Faggots.
And I'm going to be on that birthday stream at like 9 p.m. Eastern.
You scum. Stop fucking advertising your other friends.
Can I get through this?
You
so
can come,
please?
But you're going to go to bed. You're going to go to bed, so you're not going to show up.
Yeah, but I do really want to finish this stream. This list.
You want to finish this list because
quick, fast, go.
Let's get through it.
Quick fire.
Teach your sons to listen to girls, give them space, believe them, and elevate them. That's called patriarchy, you dog. Anyway, now you want to move on?
Wait, where was even that one?
59.
Number 59.
There we go. Okay, dads, buy your daughter's tampons, make her hot water bottles, wash her bras, show her that her body isn't something to be ashamed of.
Touch it until it's great.
I'm gonna do all of that. What the fuck? Why do I? Who needs to be told that?
I'm not gonna buy it.
But dads, do not buy her. Try to iron her bras. This is a mistake you will only make once.
Why would you iron a bra?
This is actually their attempt at comedy.
That might be good advice,
though,
because I feel like maybe I would do that. Like, I don't know anything about women.
I would definitely try and iron a bra. I'd be like, okay, I got this shit.
But here's the thing: if she's old enough to get tampons, she's old enough to do her own fucking laundry.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
And hot water bottles.
I don't even iron my shit. What the fuck am I ironing hers?
You can heat up some water. You know, you can do these things. I'll teach her fucking individuality.
I'll do it once. Okay, here's what you do. Try not to pour boiling water on your hand while you do it. There you go.
My kids are 5 and know how to fill the washing machine up properly and set it off all by themselves. I'm pretty sure they can do water bottles very soon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
really want our children to play with a hot kettle. I don't.
It's basically like, Dad,
not now.
Teach your sons to do everything for women. Teach your women to have everything done for them. Great, good feminism here. I love it. Number 61, but dads. Oh yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, fuck
62. Examine.
Yeah, okay. I'm taking that one off too, so it's 98 list. It's 98 list. So this is
examine how domestic labor is divided in your home. Who does the cleaning? Me. The childcare? Me. The organizing? Me. The meal budgeting? Me. Sons, this goes for you too. Fucking hell, I need to get rid of you.
I know, I'm pretty shit.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, you do too much.
I do way too. And I'm the breadwinner, and I have a massive penis. It's just not right.
All you do is make babies, and that's just more work.
I wish that wasn't true. And she's the one who wants sex, and I'm like, can we sleep? It's 2 a.m.
I'm tired.
If you want to fuck me, ask me at 6.
Learn how to domestic.
Do domestic tasks to a high standard. I'd only do it wrong is a bullshit excuse. Apart from the fact that I do it terribly, but I still have to do it.
I'm learning how to play. I'm learning how to play the ukulele. I don't have time to do domestic.
Oh my God.
I'm lazy as shit.
I don't Avatar playing the ukulele now, and it's so.
You know what I do though? I just do this. I go, listen,
always look good.
I'm not gonna say that here's the man task and here's the female task. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do, and it's not gonna get done until you get fed up with it and get it done.
Yeah,
we're playing chicken with how much filth we can.
That is kind of like I take the kids to school in the morning, and she didn't want to, and I was like, I'm kind of gonna stop picking them up until you start picking them up. And when I have an alarm on my phone for when it's time to pick the girls up from school, and I look at her and go, "You gotta pick the girls up then." And you're like, I guess it's all right to be a woman, aka terrible.
Stop rubbing me like frigging patronising twat.
Sorry, I meant to pat your head.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, come on, I'm going to be paying for your hair soon.
Yeah, you are paying for my hair to get done.
Like a lot of money as well. I'm like not happy about it.
God damn, Miss Sick, you got to do something. All right, let's move on. I don't want to.
Here's the thing: I don't actually care. I would do everything.
Well, see, that's
if
the
she would
thing.
Stop fucking complaining.
She lucked out because you're the one that's going to break first. Like, if she's like, okay, somebody needs to clean this, but I don't care. I'm happy to live in this.
No. I don't break. I break after she complains about it enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kristen, it's just basically like, yeah, I mean, I could do the laundry, or I could wear dirty pants. I could wear these dirty ass pants. Nobody's going to be.
What I'm sick of is hearing her whinge about how messy the house is. Not that I care how messy. I'm like, whatever. And then she's like, I invited my mum over just so we have to clean now. Ha ha, cunt. And I'm like,
so I do want to point out, though, she went from complaining about the workplace to complaining about her children to complaining about her partner. Like, this is just her complaining about her life. Anyway, where are we? 64. Never again comment on how long it takes women to get ready. Fuck you. We are trying to meet the ridiculous standards of a system you benefit from. Fuck
what's your reason for taking slightly longer than me? I want to feel good about myself.
Why not stop?
Why is that not
trying?
Okay for her to feel good about herself?
The only thing that would take me longer is when I'm putting on eyeliner, and that's because I do that to make myself feel better about myself.
Yeah. I'm making myself look pretty, so I feel pretty.
So fucking funny, though. It's like we hate your standards. We're trying to adhere to your standards. Well, stop. If you care so much, then stop. Yeah. Also,
either don't adhere to my standards, and when I go,
the shit you do to your hair is not my standard. The shit you put on your face is not my standard. The ridiculous
stupid amount of money I'm spending on your hair, it's not my standard.
Why don't you?
I think you look fine at the moment. But you
stick to the narrative.
I don't like it. I want to change.
Stop it! I don't want to hear you get thicker.
It's not that though. It's proving your point. I don't
There's
care
another
what her
point.
hair looks like.
There's another point. The other point is, this is the same person, I guarantee you, that goes around going, I wear makeup for me. I do my hair all nice for me. I wear pretty. Just stick to the fucking narrative. Do you do it for me, or do you do it for yourself? Or are you trying to meet the ridiculous standards of a male system? Fuck you. We don't need this shit. We don't need this shit. We just need you to look slightly better than we do, and that's easy.
You already look terrible. I don't
run
care
a comb
if
through
you
it.
Look slightly less terrible. Shut up.
Run a brush through it. Anyway, whatever. That one made me mad. That one made me fucking mad because it's not.
Challenge the patriarchs in your religious group when they enable the oppression of women, or don't.
Oh, you mean like Islam? You mean Islam?
The ones where you get stoned to death for
Good
raising
idea.
your voice.
Hey, women in the Middle East, try this. I'm sure it'll work out fine. No, you should go and challenge Mrs. Whoever the fuck wrote this. You should go and challenge that oppression because you care about it so fucking much. And when you get stoned to death, I'm sure I'll be like, oh, that's a bit shit. Genuinely.
Oh my god, I'm still mad about 64. That one made me mad.
I want to.
So you constantly, I do this for me. I don't do this for men. Also, we're trying to meet the ridiculous standards of a system you benefit from. Make up your mind. You fucking. This is why we hate you. This is why we hate women.
You know, I really hate seeing a woman on the street who's like super hot, and I'm like,
refer back to number 9.
I wish I could bang that chick, and I'm like, I can't. She looks good, and this just bugs me. Fuck that.
Somebody wants to know what this cancer is that you're reading. Not me. I'm not even here.
This was your plan.
It's that
it is cancer, though. That is correct. You shared the cancer.
Cancer for everyone.
And he wants to finish.
Everybody gets cancer.
Number 66 is the same as 65, and I'm moving on. Trust women's religious choices. Why would I trust them?
How many less are we on now? Is it like 97?
67.
No. You've been deducting.
Oh yeah,
copy pastes.
To be fair, I haven't been doing consistently enough. I'm sure it's like 50.
I'm sure we're on to 50 by now. Probably on to about. Wait, after 9, aren't we on to 1?
Well, pretty much. Trust women's religious choices. Don't pretend to liberate them just so you can criticize their beliefs.
Well, this is definitely an Islam thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but of course it folds in on itself.
You know, wearing the hijab, that's kind of oppressive if you have to do it. No, this is my choice. Okay, choose not to do it. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I'd get into trouble. Isn't that my point? No, you just hate me and my religion. No,
I do
make a point.
I do hate your religion. Let's see.
I don't hate their religion. I just hate how stupid everyone on Earth is, and I wish we would blow it up.
68.
Yeah.
Examine who books your trips. No one. Arranges outings. No one.
No outings.
Organizes Christmas. Who the fuck tries? Buys birthday cards. Is it a woman? Is it?
Is it?
Is it?
Yes, it is, because I'm not going to do it.
Okay, examine who cares about this, cares about this, cares about this, and cares about this thing. Is it someone who isn't you?
Yeah, you know who wants
they
to
get
go
to do
out?
what they care about, and I get to do what I care about.
You know
She
who
doesn't
wants-
build computers around the house, and I don't. I do everything else as well, but fuck it.
If Kristen ever fucking pulled that show on me, I'd be like, you know who wants to go out? You want to go out. You know who gives a shit about Christmas? You do. You know who remembers birthdays? You do.
I was going to say, like, people, it's usually women who really care because it's all about bringing the family together and everything like that.
It's almost like women are more into social things than men.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Like, I tried to give you an out. We went out for dinner today. I was like, you don't have to go if you don't want to. She's like, I want to go. I was like, oh, God damn it. Fuck, I just should have...
Hey, you're drinking now. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not happy about any of this.
Everything is shit. 69.
Yeah.
And if it's
Holy
actually...
shit, that means we're more than 2/3 through.
Oh, but 69 is just expanding on 68, so knock this one off the list. If it is actually
But is it not a sex joke? It should have been 69. Haha, sex joke. That's
yeah,
what
they
I
didn't
would
even
have written.
they didn't even bother.
Say.
And if it is actually you, a man, don't even dare get in touch with me looking for your medal.
What?
Why make an effort then? You know, because I want a medal.
I don't know. I don't get this. It's just like, we want you to do these things, but
Don't expect any respect about it.
when you do, don't expect any appreciation for it.
You should work your fucking
Also
arsehole,
appreciate
also
women.
fuck you.
Also appreciate women. Double standard. Ding ding. We found another one. Anyway.
It's almost as if I shouldn't bother doing any of this. I should
Yeah.
care.
This whole list is just leave women alone. They're not worth it. This list
Don't
is
bother.
go your own way.
You can always find a prostitute. She won't ask you any of this.
can always turn
and
gay.
if she does, hire a different prostitute.
I hate this. I hate this so. I'm getting so angry. I'm getting so triggered.
Just calm down. We had this discussion before about flatards. Don't get mad.
No, I get mad at women.
Well, there is that. You do.
That's my
you
vice.
do
I can't help
legitimately
it.
hate them.
I hate them.
Hashtag
Anyway.
doll.
Hashtag real doll.
Oh, this is terrible. I'm so mad. I want to stop now. Take stock of the emotional labor. This is not a
Emotional labor isn't a thing.
Take stock of the emotional labor you expect from women. Do you turn to the women around you for emotional support and give nothing in return?
The amount of times I've had my shoulder cried on is more than I can count.
This doesn't make sense.
Is that not emotional labor?
Who turns to the women around them for emotional support and gives nothing in return?
I don't think I've ever used a woman for emotional support. I've used
that
them
sounds
for
like a
dick
thing
support.
women do. That's what women do.
How long have we been together? Like 9 years now.
You have used me for so much fucking emotional support. It's unreal.
And you've opened up to me like once.
And it was about how much of a dick you were being.
Yeah. Let's be clear. Miss Sick, whenever you support Cersei emotionally, he's going through something.
He's usually ill. That's the only time he ever starts crying.
There you go.
About
Okay.
anything.
Everything's so sad when I'm ill.
So when you're doing that, you need to like have a clock in, clock out sheet for your emotional labor, because this is work for you.
Make sure I'm getting paid.
But I'm feeling really bad, and you're just sat there rubbing your fingers together.
It's not that you're a good person.
Because I want a medal for all the emotional labour I've been burdened
You're not a
by.
good
But any emotional labour I've done is worthless because penis.
It's literally just something for you to hold against them.
Yeah, like a penis. Wait. No.
Oh, do not date this chick. We got to find out who she is in a bit. 71. Remember that loving your mom, sister, girlfriend is not the same as giving up your own privilege to progress equality for women, and that gender equality extends beyond the women in your direct social group.
That is what we call a non-fucking sequitur. What the hell has that got to do with that? Nothing.
I haven't accepted the concept of any of this, so
don't assume that all women are attracted to men. No, I don't assume that.
Why would
I
you
assume
do
that all women are attracted to me.
Which is true.
Which is a fact. And if they don't, then they must not be attracted to men. They must be attracted to women. They are lesbians. That's a fact.
And I can
How
change
have you not figured this out?
And I can change them.
One ever so slight, half an inch of a dicking from me, instant sexuality change. And
does this translate into assume that no women are attracted to men?
Because obviously, a woman in public wants to talk to you just because she works at a shop. I mean, just because she's in public.
Yeah. Just moving on. If a woman tells you she was raped, assaulted, or abused, don't ask her for proof. Ask how you can support her.
Okay.
Well, so what if you're a magistrate?
There you go. Yeah. Like, I mean,
how can I support you? He's guilty. We all know it.
I agree with the first sentence. Like in interpersonal situations, I agree with the first sentence.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the second one. I'm not going to ask.
I'm going to be like, oh shit, what can I do to help? Someone I don't know, I'm walking across the street and a woman runs up to me, pushes me to the ground, kicks me in the crotch, and then goes, I was sexually assaulted. I'm going to go, fuck off.
I'll probably just say call the police and try to.
I probably will call the police against.
I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'll try to get out of that conversation.
If you get kicked in the nuts, is that not sexual assault? I am curious about that. Because that's someone making contact with a part of their body with a part of my body against my will.
No, it's assault.
I have been kicked in the nuts too many times to count.
I don't think there's a double standard there, though. I think if you kick a woman in the pussy, it's the same thing. I think it's assault.
What if I punch her in the tits?
Yeah, assault.
What if I punch in the tits and every time I do it, I go,
salt.
No,
I go,
it depends.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking,
oh, this is so hot.
Closed fist or open? If you open, it's sexual assault.
Back of the hands.
Elbows. Yeah.
Elbows, but I squeeze the tits between them.
If you see a friend or colleague being inappropriate to a woman, call them out. You will survive the awkwardness, I promise.
What if it's a woman?
No, just say nothing. Repeat after me.
Always. Hold. Men. Accountable.
Oh, sorry, hang on. Always. Hold. Men. Accountable.
For their actions. Hey, Hitler. Oh, I'm dead.
Not women, though. Double standard. Ding. 77. Never. Do not walk too close to a woman late at night. That shit can be scary.
I guess what if I'm walking with them?
Well...
Hey, can you come with me? It's really scary out there. Someone told me that men fucking kill everyone.
But it's my girlfriend.
Get the fuck away from me. Yeah. What if it's my mum? What if it's my sister? What if it's a woman I know? And 77. If it's a woman I don't know, do you know what I don't do? I don't walk up right behind them and go...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm like, I guess this is accurate, you know? I mean, don't do that to anybody.
Don't do this thing that no one fucking does.
Well, I mean, probably someone who is going to rape you.
Here's the thing. You know when someone says, no one does that? Yes, someone does that. They don't count as people.
No, honestly, I actually disagree because I'll get this feeling, even at work. I know it's not late at night, but, you know, even at work, just in regular scenarios, I'll be walking down a hallway. Somebody is just...
Stalker guilt syndrome.
No, somebody is just really fucking... on my heels, and it's like I gotta take a detour to let this person go because he's too close.
This woman, she's just rubbing her erection against you, and you're like, "Can you not?"
It's usually a dude.
She follows you into the bathroom, and you're like, "I'm not comfortable with this." And you're like, she's like transphobe, and you're like, "Okay, fine." Sorry, that was a bit much.
Yeah, I just don't follow close to people. I do hate that.
Yeah, like if you're. It's probably more likely if you're sat working and then someone hovers behind you. That is literally worse than murder. I can't stand someone standing behind me when I'm trying to do something. Or that's true. Not just. Can I help you?
I'm sure we can put that into being an only problem too. I'm sure we can make that a feminist issue, even though it happens to everybody.
Luring is a feminist issue.
If you see a woman being followed or otherwise bothered by a stranger, stick around and make sure she's safe. Most men already do that if they assume that guy's a bad guy.
Yeah, again, patriarchy. Moving on.
If I follow him,
this is a patriarchal trait.
He's her friend, and now I'm the cunt.
Yeah, you're the creepy stalker.
This is a patriarchal trait. This is patriarchy. Moving on. This woman is a patriarch.
Wait, isn't that a double standard again?
It is a double standard. Yes, it's chivalry.
This should go without saying. Do not yell unsolicited compliments at women on the street or anywhere or in the bedroom. Your pussy is so tight. Excuse me?
I just want to go down the street and going, you're a brilliant architect.
Yeah, but...
You need to do that next time you bang Kristen.
Just, hey, lady.
Do that, record it, put it on YouTube.
I bet you're clever and funny.
Yeah, but an unsolicited comment to me is like one that's not expected. So...
Yeah. You'd make great clown porn.
Oh no! If you're a queer man, again, I translate queer man as faggot. I don't know. I hate that word.
If you're a big poofty woofty woofty woo.
If you're a weird man.
If you're a strange person,
you're bizarre, man.
Recognize that your sexuality doesn't exclude you from potential misogyny. You are the most misogynistic. You won't fuck a woman, you fucking woman hater.
Yeah. I guess we agree with 80.
It entails misogyny as a matter of fact.
I mean, I agree with this,
and it's kind of okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Obviously, you can still be a misogynist.
I'm not going to fuck her. She's a woman. You fucking misogynist. Oh, I like
if you're a queer man, recognize that your queer women, or non-binary friends may not feel comfortable in a male-dominated space, even if it's dominated by queer men.
Yeah, see, I can't go to a big.
Here's the thing: like,
I'll go to Buster's big dick venue of dicks and cocks and dicks.
But then you say, like, "Hey, I'm a white guy. I don't feel comfortable in a black-dominated space," and that will fucking kill you.
I do, but you know, they look at me and they go, "That guy's got a big penis." So I'm going to respect him.
Well, I'm really uncomfortable in a female-dominated space.
I'm not comfortable in a human-dominated space.
Yeah.
Too many of them, they can all fuck off and die.
82. Be
Except
happy.
If they're fans of mine. They're great.
Stop it. We're moving on.
Fight me.
We're almost there.
I know.
Be happy to have women friends without needing them to want to sleep with you. The friend zone is not a thing. We do not owe you sex.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You don't.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. That's the problem. The friend zone is a thing, and it has nothing to do with owing sex. Friend zone is a thing. It happens. Like this isn't fine. You can't say 82 is fine. The friend zone is what happened. It's unrequited love. You're into somebody. They're not into you. You've been friend zoned. It doesn't mean they owe you sex. It just means you ain't getting it.
I've never been in the friend zone. All women ever want me sex.
You're in the friend zone with Miss Sick right now.
She's in the friend zone.
I have no reason.
She's going to wake me up this morning and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, can I not just sleep for one night?
Alice says, okay, then we don't...
I sleep touch you though, so...
Says, she grabbed my dick this morning and I was like... And then she woke up properly and I was like... Yeah, you grabbed my dick this morning. She's like, did I? For fuck's sake.
Aleph says, well, then we don't owe you friendship. Fair enough. We don't owe you friendship. So, yeah, we only wanted to fuck you, so now we're going to call you a bitch and a slut. And
you don't owe us anything. We don't owe you anything. Remember that.
Whatever. Friend zone's a thing. It's an obvious thing.
Remember that you can lack consent in situations not involving sex, such as when pursuing uninterested women or forcing a hug on a colleague. Yeah, don't touch people with... I've been hugged forcefully. Although what's worse is when someone shakes your hand and it's a loose, wet handshake.
Sweaty hand, yeah.
I don't like
not sweaty. It doesn't even have to be sweaty. It's just like they don't hold your hand like a human. Here's the thing. Probably a reptile.
Also, I hate the pursuing uninterested women because it's like I have to pursue you to find out if you're uninterested. Therefore, don't pursue women. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, because some women play hard to get, so there you go.
I mean, to be fair, I got accused the other day of abusing my British accent and being sexy that it made American women's panties come off or something. And I was like, does it? Please tell me more.
84 says, champion sex-positive women, but don't expect them to have sex with you. This is very good advice for the male ally, because they're not going to want to have sex with you.
No,
they're going to want to have sex with me. They want to have sex with the guy that isn't doing all the things on this list. So
women know when you are doing something to get close to them. They're not stupid. They're people. Yeah. It's shocking. Yeah. I know it goes against everything we've said.
Yeah, they are stupid.
Women aren't actually retarded. They're people, and they actually have agency. It's bizarre. And the thing is, it's actually kind of easy to get a woman into you if you're fairly personable.
It's easy to get a man into you. Let's move on. We're going to roll into this other stream I'm supposed to be going on.
Good. I don't want you to have friends.
Well, I don't want to play The Witcher.
Trust a woman to know her own body. If she says she won't enjoy part of your sexual repertoire, do not try to convince her otherwise.
My cunnilingus is amazing. Oh, that's a bit gross. No, seriously.
I like this idea of like trying to convince a woman to try something is rape, basically.
Trying to convince.
Like, no, if I think she'll be into it, I will make arguments as to why she might do it, and it's not compulsion, because I trust women to be able to handle themselves in that situation.
Well, yeah, if they don't like something, it's good. Do you mind not doing that?
Oh, that's a bit weird. Oh,
it's not like it's like literally just saying, "Hey, why don't we try this?" And you think, "Oh, I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, I hear."
Okay, I better not ask you again, because otherwise I'm a rapist.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's stupid.
Never mind.
And obviously, no woman exists who will ever expect you to push her boundaries.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen. Women don't do that. Fact.
Women are always 100% honest.
So I just saw something about masturbation.
Be sensitive to nonverbal cues from women, especially around sex. What if I don't notice it? We're not just being awkward for no reason. What if I didn't notice it? What if you're being too subtle?
What if you got on your hands and knees and started sucking my dick, and they were like looking at me in a way like, I'm not happy about this.
Sucking his dick.
Well, that was fucking. You did a video on what's his name, Aziz Ansari.
I feel like you're sending mixed signals, because you not wanting to suck my dick doesn't really translate when you are sucking my dick.
Yeah, like okay. Women, you're a person with agency. If you don't want to do something, don't fucking do it. Or
you're not a person with agency, and we're taking away the right to vote.
Yeah, I mean, we really should. Apparently, you can't be fucking trusted.
It is not cute to try to persuade a woman to have sex with you, ever, at all. Go home. I beg to differ.
No, wait.
I think it could be really cute. Anyway,
hey, baby, look at my dick.
Yeah, just
whack her across the face with it, and she's so shocked that she just wants to ride it.
Yeah, but what about those women who like men to initiate?
Hey, they don't exist.
You should have sex with me.
Who's the comedian who jerked off in front of a bunch of women?
Oh,
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. And he's like, this one chick, and she was like, why didn't we do anything last night? It's like, well, because you didn't say you wanted to. It's like, oh, I like it when guys like force me. It's like, yeah, they exist.
Force?
I'm not, force in big fucking air quotes, but are a bit rough. Yeah. Some women like that.
Most women,
and they don't like to have to tell you. They don't like to have to explain the punchline of the sex.
It kills it, because for them it's all about mood and ambience, because their brains don't work.
And it's about being banged senseless.
And we have to pander to that fucking broken.
It is strangely kind of difficult being a bloke, especially with how women are so strange.
Women are bizarre.
Stop it.
Stop being women.
Be simple.
I'm gonna make my own list.
It really needs to be. It's like, hi, would you like my penis inside you? She goes, no, thank you, and then we walk off.
I'm gonna make a list of 100 ways women can just fuck off. Same goes for pressuring women to have sex without a condom.
Go home and masturbate. Who does that?
Assholes in high school.
Dumbasses.
Yeah, high school kids.
This is such a good idea. I'm going to get a chick pregnant and fuck my life up forever.
Yeah. These days, I think men are a little more cautious.
Let him give you so much power over his life. Let him.
Oh, here we go. Accidentally impregnate a woman who doesn't want a kid. Abortions cost money. Pay for half of it.
Live in England. I don't care.
90. Accidentally came inside a woman without protection. Plan B is expensive. Pay for all of it.
She has no responsibility in any of these situations.
Yeah, like Kyle.
How do you accidentally come in someone without protection anyway? And she doesn't notice, apparently.
To be fair,
a woman accidentally get cum.
As a woman,
make sure
if you do not want to get pregnant, then have protection. And as a man, if you don't want to have children, then use protection.
I'm sorry, you're the one that gets pregnant. Get on the pill. Oh my god, it is really not that hard.
This is a very strong point of power for women, though, because I really want that abortion to happen. So I will be compelled to pay for that abortion.
You've paid for more abortions than you've had sex.
This is a double standard.
Second.
This is a double standard that just has to exist. There's nothing you can do about it. So
well,
just
it exists in your country. It don't fucking exist here.
Oh, yes, it does.
In a different way. I mean, I don't have to pay for an abortion.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But I still have to convince her to get the bastard thing.
Yeah. Get STD tested regularly without having to be asked.
Actually, to be fair, I think we're both wrong. Stairs exist.
That's true. And I can punch you in the stomach. Get STD tested regularly without having to be asked. That's fair. That's probably a good idea.
Everyone should do that.
Yeah, everybody should probably do that. Examine your opinion on abortion, then put it in a box because honestly, it's completely irrelevant. Not until you remove all financial burden from me.
Yeah, if you give the financial burden to me and then say I don't get to have an opinion on my financial burden that you've given me, you can
literally
suck my dick. You should suck my dick and only suck my dick because then you're not getting pregnant. You stupid fucking whore.
Yeah, and the cum goes into a cup. The cum doesn't go into you; it goes into a cup, and I have it in my possession at all times because I don't trust you. I don't trust you with my sperm.
I just throw it in her face.
You're very, very cautious in sex then.
As long as 89 and 90 are true, 92 can go fuck itself. Anyway, 93. Understand that disabled women are whole, sexual human beings. Listen to and respect them.
And fuck them. All of them.
Yeah, apparently so. Fuck them, yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, is she hot? Yeah, sure.
Fine, I'll listen to women. I listen to women anyway because
that's how you get them to have sex with you.
Because they talk a lot, they never shut up.
They go blah 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 blah, and you go sex, and they go no, and you go okay, carry on talking blah 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 blah. Sex now? Maybe. That's what every date I've been on has ever been like. This is how.
Oh my god, works. We're almost there. We got 6 more. Understand that not all women have periods or vaginas. I refuse.
No, but most of them do.
Yeah, but they all have buttholes.
Well, all women have
a
vaginas.
Nostril.
Not all
women have nostrils and ear holes.
Believe women's pain. Periods hurt.
Didn't we
do this already? Didn't we do this already?
Endometriosis is real. I don't care.
Endometriosis.
Ovaries, not my problem. Vaginal pain. I don't have a vagina. Penises can feel pain too. Cystitis. I don't care. These things are real. Hysteria isn't. Apart from when you overreact.
Hysteria.
To your
Fuck you. Hysteria is real. I'm going into it right now. I'm hysteric right now.
Disabled women are sexual beings. Ask JF.
Ask JF. He knows. He knows that shit.
That's harsh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, hysteria is a thing. That's nonsense. 96. If a woman accidentally bleeds on you,
try your best just to keep your shit together. Yeah, I was already trying my best, and then I'm disgusted beyond belief, and I throw it at her.
What, is this like in sex, or is this just like
this
in general?
This is the period sploosh. And you're like, you didn't tell me you were on your period, and you just fucking bled on me, and I jizzed in you, so you just jizz bled on me. This is about the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Maybe she found out at exactly that time.
Don't worry about it. It'll be on your pillow in the morning.
Why?
This isn't my house. It's going to be on your curtains too.
I don't really freak out if that happens. It hasn't happened with Kristen at all, which is weird. I actually think that's kind of weird. But yeah, I keep my shit together. But
I kept my shit. I mean, it's a bit. You're like, oh, when you're not expecting it, you're going to go, oh, okay.
If not expecting it, you should flip out a little bit and say, you need to tell me about these things.
Yeah, and if it happened during, then okay, you can tell me. Okay, I didn't realise.
I don't like it.
And then I can kick you out onto the street.
I think it's only fair if you're on your period and you're going to have sex, the partner should know that you're on your period.
Mm. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've had a woman who didn't tell me that.
It's still a waste product. It still smells fucking gross. And
never
some
met
men
a woman,
are not into it.
Yeah, I've never met a woman who isn't on her period and never talks about it or hides it.
I've never met a woman who isn't on her period.
Well, no, yeah.
They're always so angry at me.
When a woman's on her period,
God damn it, Mom.
She talks about being on her period.
Yeah.
Understand? Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Where are we? Oh, 97. Oh my God, we're almost done. Lobby your elected officials to implement high quality sex education in schools.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think there should be decent quality sex education, full stop. So
I don't care about children. Uplift, it's your problem. You do that. Uplift young Black and Indigenous girls at every possible opportunity. No excuses.
Is this a sex thing?
I got a great excuse.
I just said the idea of just going around picking up young Black people.
I'm uplifting you, and then her dad comes along and smacks the shit out of you. Yeah.
At every possible opportunity. So you put them down.
Start chucking them off of bridges.
It's like,
and again, it's girls. Just forget the men.
You go around picking up Black girls and then just wandering off and coming back and picking them up again.
or you've just got this fucking stack.
So, sorry, Broadly told me to do this.
You've got this stack of young Black girls all on your shoulders in a big fucking piggyback style.
If we take it the way it was written, we understand what uplift means. We're not making jokes. you rascal. We would say every possible opportunity literally means whenever you can communicate to them, which means you would constantly be doing this, right?
You'd be better.
According to all these other points, you're not allowed to do that. So
no, that would be double standard, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Weird. Number 9 again. What a shock.
Number 9 is just. Number 9 needs to be like our thing.
It's always rearing its head.
Whenever anybody says, "Oh, you should do this," you go number 9.
I feel like you should have left number 9 out, lady.
Yeah.
Do not ever assume.
100.
Do not ever assume. Do not ever assume you know what it's like.
What's like?
Poor it.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta elaborate.
Mainly,
I know what some things are like.
Do you know what? I read number 100 and I read it as mainly just don't listen to women. Sorry, just listen to women. Listen to us and believe us, even if we're a well-known lying piece of shit. It's the only place to start if you actually want all women to have a happy International Women's Day. I don't give a fuck if a single woman has
Are you supposed to do this in the space of a day?
Wait, that's what this was about?
Apparently so.
It doesn't
no
apply.
double standards. And god damn it.
Wow, man. I can't believe we did all of that.
And 3 hours and 21 minutes.
That was horrible.
That was your idea. We had a shorter version, you fucking bastard.
We should have stuck with the short version.
I don't know who got the fucking long one.
Tell you what, though, I'm ready for bed now.
It is bedtime. Well, to be honest, it's mostly half an hour of Geralt time, at which point you'll already be asleep. Roach.
So I guess we'll wrap it up.
We're gonna call it there, folks. Thank you for sticking around. All fucking 61 of you, Jesus.
Yeah,
and it was like nearly 100.
It was at like 90.
Point,
I think once we started going into the list, there were a lot of people going, nope.
Yeah, bullshit.
I read a Vice article, and it just says men are shit.
It should have just said men are shit. Yeah,
men are shit. Don't treat double standards. No double standards, men are shit. Right. Okay, everyone. Thanks for coming. To be honest, that was a bit of fun. It's been lovely to see this cunt again. Yeah. And we will... I say we. I don't know what he's doing. But at least me and Mrs. Sick will see you again. And maybe he'll turn up. Who the fuck knows? The bastard. Bye-bye.
I've learned not to make promises.
I was going to say, I've learned nothing.
Bye.
Bye.